Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crit and Fumble. There's
ready.
a lot of crinkling of plastic, and Tash is freaking out. It's almost like we didn't give them plenty of opportunity to prep for this.
We've been in here for 10 minutes.
Yes, this is episode 3 of our Vaesen arc.
Episode 3, what happened to 2?
We played it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then we put it on Spotify.
And then we had a little Thanksgiving break and re-released our Halloween episode. And fun fact, this year's Halloween episode is happening next week.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm very excited.
And if you're an American and confused that we've already had Thanksgiving, we're in Canada, so
Yeah.
we just do it early because we want to do it before you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat them to the punch.
Yeah.
I don't have my
I mean,
pen
really,
set
they're
up
just
yet,
copying
guys.
us. We did it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bet we did it better.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what was the part that we did? The stealing land thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
We stole more land?
that's not what I meant. I just meant
geographically speaking, yes.
Yeah.
I just meant
that's true.
turkey. That's all I meant, turkey.
Oh.
We do turkey well.
They signed the papers.
Gavin.
I was just trying to be controversial.
We should restart.
Yeah, reset.
Restart.
Oh, boy.
Fuck.
That was actually a joke.
Gavin's a little rosy now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a little sweaty.
Yeah, it was I went for it and I regret it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
we do too.
earned regret.
Weird, you've never done that before.
Yeah. First time.
There's a first for old Dale Tucker.
Wait, what's it? Oh, yeah, right. Dale Tucker.
Dale
Right.
Tucker.
Yeah.
Not his brother.
Nope.
All right. Well, let's just move on from this. Yeah. We've made it. Some of us are happy about it
I didn't
than
know we were
others.
starting already. Sheesh.
Oh, okay.
Guys.
Do you need a minute?
My
Good.
pens aren't even in order. What color am I going to use today? I don't know.
We've been here since for an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say we've been here since like 4:40.
Yeah.
I just realized we might have to pause halfway through so we can let Russ out at some point. It's currently
Do
locked
you have him in a box somewhere? What do you
Yes.
mean?
It's our vehicles are boxing him in.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I was trying to... Never mind.
Oh, okay. What kind of box, Tash?
A nice shoebox filled with things.
I thought it was a short box.
The way the music died even the music was like, no.
No, man.
Yeah.
The track hadn't even reset. It was a natural break in the song.
Oh, the timing on that.
Yeah, that was magnificent. Okay, let's do a little question here. You guys ready for a little question time?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
6.5 inches.
God damn it. It's always the worst when we take a break. It's just like it all gets
Everybody's
all
too
pent
spicy.
up and
Pent up,
spicy.
for
And
sure.
yeah. Okay, so this week I stole my question from Rainy Day Rabbit Holes. It's a podcast, and it is full on as it is full on spooky season. My question to you guys is: if you could haunt somewhere, where would you choose?
Oh, that's so good.
Where? If you could hunt somewhere.
There's
Yeah.
too many
Not
options.
someone.
Yeah.
Need
So
to belong to a location.
I'll answer first, just
Okay.
out of fairness, because I've been sitting on this one for a bit. And I think I would do like a theater, like a performing arts theater, somewhere that has
good.
like a different show going on, and you can either like people watch or watch the show. Or somewhere like, I don't know if any of you went to the Roxy in Victoria back when it was a thing, where like they also did like Rocky Horror Picture Show and like B movies. Something like that.
And you'd still get to do sound effects and
Yeah,
be part
I'd
of the
still be in the
show
background like,
and-
ooh. It's like, oh. Yeah, precisely.
That sounds awesome. I
Yeah.
wish I could have seen that. Is that place still open or is it closed?
I think it's probably just like under new management or something. It has lost its former glory, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's still up and running.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
I think like only because it's so cliche. I guess like, hauntings of like a theater is not cliche, but like, a lot of like dramas happen there. Like what was the
Yeah.
guy with the mask and all that?
The Phantom of the
Phantom
Opera.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the name. I think if I were to
Jason?
do one, it would have to be something obvious so that the people going there in modern day are like, ooh, let's go to that scary place because it's supposed to be actually haunted. So like, like the old mansion at the end of the road or something like that, or the dilapidated house. I would love to haunt one of those, just because like the people are coming there to be haunted, but then to actually haunt them would just be awesome. You know, I think it would be great.
The ghost of Richard Tucker.
Exactly.
Fair.
Either that or a church.
You could like find a haunted house that isn't actually haunted, but everyone says is haunted, and then go haunt it.
That's well,
Basically, what you're saying.
yeah. I mean, none of them are actually haunted, Tash.
That's next week's question. Thank you for finding that one for me.
I don't have an answer yet. So you go.
The Red Lion.
The Red Lion.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like which version of the Red Lion?
There's a couple of them.
The strip club.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
still a strip club, isn't it?
I don't know.
Probably.
Probably
yeah.
not.
The one in Victoria, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think there is strip clubs.
Well, because it
anymore.
would work out. You'd be like, boob. Ooh. Boob. Ooh.
Boobies.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I did.
Oh boy.
I want to haunt. Like, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I
Yours sounded
forget.
related to the previous thing.
I forget.
Damn. I want to haunt like really unconventional places, like a grocery store or whatever, because no one ever. Aisle
really
3.
Ooh, like one of those
Canned beans are just like,
Yeah, exactly.
They say she still weeps over spilt milk.
Yes. Or like maybe like an IKEA actually, because I really like IKEA, but then I can also like.
fucking
Could you imagine too? You're like walking around one of those bedrooms and you're like, this is so nice, and there's like a lump under the blankets.
Or there's like blood seeping from one of the mirrors, and then you turn back and there's nothing there, and you're like, and everybody else is like, la 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 la.
I'd like to lock into the IKEA idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Just
good, yeah.
rocking all the chairs.
Somebody built all
What
the
they
flat
see
packs.
is like, yeah,
You throw an actual sheet over you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think I'd want to haunt somewhere that's like where the people there are very captive, not a prison. Like an airplane or a BC ferry, where they can't get away.
Yeah, there's
And you can
like
just
they're
spend like
stuck with
5 hours just fucking with
That
them.
makes me so uncomfortable. I hate that one. When he said airplane, I was instantly just uncomfortable. I just
Ooh,
do
it
not
goes
like
on
it.
an airplane.
For
Halloween next year.
Halloween.
Can't get out.
Yeah, airplane.
Sean and I did the typical DM thing, and the moment we were done planning this one, we were like, next year. So we've actually already got next year locked in.
Wow.
Yeah.
We just need to run a year-round Halloween campaign.
Apparently.
I just kind of want to have like a Treehouse of Horror thing where we do it long enough that we have an entire season of Halloween.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sort of like The Simpsons.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Love it.
Cool. Well, those were all.
Did we get from Dwayne?
Boobies.
Yeah, boobies.
Boobies. Oh,
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was so good. It locked into my
He's
brain.
the booty monster.
My favorite part about that is that his hand was through this like weird little bell jar thing I got in front of me, and it's made his hand look really tiny, like a little baby's paw. And so when he was like sitting there, it was like boobies, and his hand was waving like an infant's.
Adorable.
Yeah,
You're
That's
welcome.
adorable.
You're welcome.
I hate the plane idea. That is the worst idea ever.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's like, how would that even work? Like, is it that specific plane, or do you like go to different ones?
You just live at the airport, and then you decide.
Oh, so you've kind of like cracked the code of
It's
like
more like
haunting
the
in a single location.
entire airline system that I've haunted.
You're in the system.
I'm in the system.
Nice.
I'm the
Could you possess
like the
somebody?
lawnmower man, basically.
Could you like possess somebody and like crash the plane?
Oh,
Then you can make
that's dark.
friends.
No, I think I was going to be more of like a friendly, annoying.
Tasha's going to wait
ghost.
until Gavin goes into the bathroom and just hold the door.
I just hear weeping.
Remember? Yeah.
Slow scratching.
Not even frantic.
Yeah.
Immediate
Slow.
defeat.
And so low to the ground. Why is it all the way down there?
He's already in the fetal position. The lights are still on.
You just hear him on the phone calling Jess.
Bye. Tell the girls I said goodbye. I'm so sorry about those split ends and those things I said.
Take all my money and fix your hair.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we're having
Yeah,
fun.
I am.
Now what?
Gavin's crying just a little bit.
I feel attacked.
Rightfully so. Well earned.
Here you go. You can have an extra hope.
Yay! These are helpful in this campaign.
How come you got hope?
Because Tash got me.
Because they were in my dice bag, and I can't fit all my dice in my dice bag when it's full of hope.
Fair.
Yep.
There's something in there. Gavin and I looked at each other like,
It's a little too full of hope there. Oh boy, we need to get out more. We're getting late.
Are we gonna start recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Sean. Go ahead. Press
ahead,
press
Sean.
the do button.
Oh,
Write us a
please,
word
for the love of
picture.
God, we're ready for it.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wilds call, a timeless brawl. Now we roll for initiative. Good and evil fighting for the win. Crit and fumble, critical hit or just a fucking fumble. Cast thine eye on the rolling die. Legends rise on its battle cry. Time to rumble, crit and fumble, critical hit or just another fumble. War is waged on the table stage. Untold sagas of an ancient age.
It hasn't been a strip club since 2019. I just wanted to wait till the music. was
29.
What has-
Okay, all right.
The airplane that I'm on?
Yep.
Yep.
That'd
Anyway,
be
Sean,
fun.
back to you.
If the airplane had a strip club, that'd be cool.
I'm going to do a quick little recap just because
Thank you.
we took a week off. And yeah.
So lame.
The worst.
Sean and I were here.
That's true. We were prepping for Halloween.
Oh, awesome.
And pirates.
Yeah. And pirates. Yeah.
Oh.
So you were all summoned by new land development called Brentwood Estates. They are located up the peninsula.
Yeah.
The construction had been repeatedly delayed due to sightings of creatures that the owners described as a devil. And things have been escalating. The framing of the buildings had all sort of inexplicably collapsed overnight. But things had escalated in that this creature had begun stalking the owner's young daughter, a Vivian McCreight. You packed your things, grabbed, some orbs with skulls in them, among other accoutrements, and made your way up the peninsula. And upon arrival, it became very apparent that Sir John McCreight, the main owner, shared some kind of history with Dick Dickerson, though the details for that remain a little unclear.
Yes.
On this in this rural property, you didn't have a whole lot of time to take a look around. It was already getting to be sundown. So Percy, Vic, and Emery took a brief tour of the grounds, and it gave you a sense of the layout. There was a mill that was on site that was sort of dealing with all of the lumber for construction that they had harvested on site, alongside a workers' camp. And you also got the general direction of a cabin that was once occupied by the previous owner, a Mr. John Sluggett. Meanwhile, during this time, Elofe spoke with Emma and Vivian McCreight, the wife and daughter of John, to gather some more information about this specter. Vivian described it as a sorrowful or sad woman who she had seen in the forest, and eventually saw her inside her own bedroom at night playing with one of her dolls. The sort of governess of the house, who was tutoring Vivian, interrupted this moment and was sort of shocked and knocked unconscious, but once everything settled, that doll had actually disappeared. Once you'd gotten all this information, you had a chance to interact with the cook, a Mr. Jürgen Leifstetter, and Elofe, upon exchanging sort of notes with this man, he seemed to have a little bit more of a respect for folk tales and some local knowledge, and he suspected that the McCreights may have offended some sort of woodland spirit. He rattled a number off, dryads, ash tree wives, possibly a nisser, which is like a forest elf. And by disrespecting them, by disregarding traditions and sort of the sanctity of the land, that this may have been the this is sort of the reason for these shortcomings and problems on site. Now, we return with everybody gathered once more, waiting for dinner to be served. Fine silverware has been laid out along a large table. There's a bouquet of the season's last wildflowers in the middle of it. It's all along a long maple slab, and a phonograph crackles in the background while you all sit around this table with John, Emma, and Vivian. There are some, buns, soup, sort of appetizers for the main course. And you all are sort of here at the family dinner. You're under the guise of being interested in purchasing land, as John McCreight is not a particularly superstitious person and is more of a businessman, whereas Emma is a little more open-minded and suspects that there might be some sort of spiritual nature. But John sits at the head of the table with a smile that doesn't quite reach his eyes, a politician smile, and looks along the lot of you, and he's sort of speaking about the investment opportunity that you all have before you. Well, I can tell you that all of the houses, perhaps which you are interested in investing in, will be reflected and mirrored off of this one that you find yourselves in currently. I'll tell you now, it's a $3,000 investment, and I know that is maybe a large sum out of pocket, but it does come with the opportunity to be brought in on the ground floor of this opportunity. It's going to be a burgeoning community where the wealthy and well-off can make a place for themselves. And sort of get away from all the ires and ick of the city. Did you enjoy your tour? What are your thoughts on the matter?
Well, I was talking to Miss Emma here about opportunities to perhaps open a clinic of my own. I did scout out one of the places very briefly that was going up, and would be quite intrigued in seeing tomorrow a little bit more.
Of course.
Yes. For the most part, the tour of the ground was lovely. Thank you very much for having us here. I was quite curious to see the cabin on the far part of the property, more just out of curiosity. Its heritage sounded interesting, but the rest of it seems quite interesting. Although it did seem odd that it sounds like you've been here for some months, and the development of the other houses seem to have slowed.
There's been some sort of delays in the building and the framing, some accidents. I assure you that your investment in us will be well taken care of. We're getting new workers in. Clearly the previous ones were not particularly skilled enough. But we will absolutely have this place up and running in absolutely no time flat. And as far as that derelict cabin, you don't have to worry about it. We will be raising that to the ground. It's mostly an eyesore.
I think that's a big mistake. I have a very large interest in that cabin. I think that there's some wonderful potential as far as developing a more, tourist-focused kind of concept.
Oh, and in what sort of fashion would you perhaps think? I can't imagine that anyone would be interested in such a junky old place.
I mean, I do believe one of the other fellows there on the work site mentioned that there might be some spirits around.
Just fanciful gossip.
Well, yeah, but you can turn that up. You can sell some tickets.
It could be something worth considering.
We could build a little theater show as part of it. We could get one of those piano players that plays all by itself.
Oh,
player piano.
Mr. Emery does have quite a bit of experience in investments in theater.
Was it?
Yeah,
Mr. Emery. Was
nope,
the name?
That's not my name. I don't know who this guy's talking about.
I mean, Mr.
Doug.
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 Mr. Doug.
Mr. Doug.
Doug
From the South.
Yeah, Doug is what I meant to say. Well, I got my accent back.
Ain't you dead?
Yeah.
We grew up in the same neighborhood different times.
Yeah, channeling a spirit. Well, that's all sort of well and interesting. I will absolutely take that under advisement.
Would you mind if we...
we will need some sort of entertainment up here being in the backwoods, as it were, for now, until
That's
things
right.
really
I mean,
prosper.
you sell a house once, right? Mm-hmm. You sell tickets. They're going to tell their ticket buying friends. They're going to invite their families up from York or something.
It does sound good for business. And with having a family practice for a doctor, that's, once you establish these sort of trades in town, then I could see this working quite well. There is one particular thorn that could arise, and I'm curious, Mr. Dickerson. Are we going to have any particular strain or issue? I'm sort of surprised you were interested in joining in on this little venture.
I like getaways.
Okay.
So it's just kind of out of the way. I get out of the city.
It is absolutely that.
Sometimes I need to hide clients for protection.
Well, this is secluded. And Emma chimes in at this moment. It's like, what's Mr. Dickerson? How do you know my husband?
Oh, we've crossed paths. Worked for the police force.
Yes, Mr. Dickerson was employed by me in a fashion, a manner of speaking, when I was premier.
Yeah, like signing paychecks and shit.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah.
Can I have the three of you give me a observation roll, please?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, can I pull up my
Your
my crystal ball?
your crystal ball.
And
Yours will actually be a probably a manipulation, I would suspect.
Mine would be manipulation.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I use my
No
sanctified oil?
sixes.
No sixes.
And do we add our empathy onto that, or it's
Correct.
just our... Okay.
It's that number of dice. Yeah.
0 for Percy.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have no manipulation.
No
I got a
manipulation.
big scratch mark through mine. So what
So
am I?
then you would just roll the number of dice for your empathy
Okay.
up in your attributes.
I got 1 6.
1 6.
What's this guy's last name again? I'm trying to see him.
McCready.
McCready.
I also got 1 6.
So let's say, due to Emery's background in the theater and recognizing acting, as it were, you can't really get much of a read off of Dick. But as soon as Emma brought up the nature of their relationship, John McCreight got a little cagey. And you sort of saw a break in that politician's smile where he kind of just did a little like tick in the corner of his mouth. And
Just enough to know something's not quite
just something, yes, exactly. There's a little more to this story.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. McCready, sir, if you don't mind me asking, where did you find such a lovely plot of land, especially in these times?
It was fortuitous. I sort of keep my nose to the ground as far as good deals, and Mr. Sluggett, who previously owned this plot of land, he passed away quite suddenly due to old age.
Yeah.
Oh, it's, these things sort of happened. It didn't seem to be anything of ill repute, but he had no priors, and so I had some connections within the province and got myself a modest price for the land.
Well, excellent. And hopefully something we can also benefit from long term.
I believe so, yes. Especially if you're coming in so soon in the process. So there will be ample opportunities for development and personal growth. Doctors' practices, theaters, even hiring the odd individual if you're doing investigations and want to keep quiet.
Yeah, sometimes a little discretion goes a long way.
Discretion does go a lot.
It goes a long way.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree. And what is your trade, Mr. Ashford?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm actually here on behalf of really everybody else. I'm a house hand, currently working at Craigdorf, but significant amount of savings thanks to family heritage. But as I say, I'm mostly in service of the others here.
Well, fantastic. Have you had a chance to meet Mr. Leifstetter, our cook? Also,
I have not. I would love to meet Mr. Leifstetter.
Yeah, he's in the process of bringing dinner. I suspect it's going to be coming quite soon. I believe he said he was going to be making a roast duck with some vegetables. So it'd be great. And you hear Vivian just like huff at the sound of roast duck. And he's like, Vivian, darling, behave yourself. Vivian has been quite bored this entire time. It's adults talking adult things. And she's sort of cleaned herself up a little bit. There's still some like twigs in her hair. And see Emma just kind of like picks a couple out throughout the conversation.
I think Elofe would have sort of planted herself on the other side of Vivian as well. When nobody's looking, she's sort of got like pieces of pocket lint and stuff, and they are kind of like playing a game of tic-tac-toe, like very casually with the pocket lint and everything. And
Cute.
Just all of a sudden, it's like, yeah!
Miss Emma, do you mind pointing me in the direction of your facility?
Oh, yes, of course. It's, and she points you outside the room towards, very basic bathroom, but it does flush, which is a bit of a novelty.
All right.
Yeah.
Percy is going to stand up, fold up his napkin nicely, and put it in his seat place and head toward the bathroom. He actually is hoping, I don't know if you can see me when I go to the bathroom, he's hoping to do like a little bit of like just gentle recon work, like sort of peruse the house while everybody's like preoccupied in the dining area.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that's possible. If it's not and he gets there and realizes this is not going to work, he'll just go to sit in the bathroom for like a minute and then come out.
do some gentle recon with himself.
Yeah, I'll say you'll be able to.
Percy.
Whoa, boy. This is all pent up. Wow.
I feel like a gentle snoop will be fine. If you want to like go in and start rummaging, then I'll need a stealth
I don't think
roll.
he'll rummage. No.
But yeah, you're able to if you sort of picture the floor plan, you've got the main entrance right in the center of the house. To your left is the dining room with the kitchen behind it.
Okay.
There is sort of an entryway that has a large oak staircase that goes up to the second floor. And then if you continue going straight to the other side of the house, there is a study where there is a number of books, desks. You can tell that Mr. McCreight does a lot of business up there. And then the bathroom is sort of just underneath of the stairway. Then there is sort of a locked door at the far end that would sort of be adjacent to the kitchen. As a server, you would suspect that is where Jurgen sleeps.
Okay.
And it would be a little more obvious if you went upstairs, but you surmise that that's where the bedrooms and guest rooms are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Percy, being someone that has worked in numerous houses, is probably familiar with like relatively common floor layouts and how people prefer to set up their rooms, and he would be looking for something like a study. Yep. So I think he was going to head to the study / library, and just sort of like he's not opening desk drawers and stuff, but he's definitely like looking at what's on the desks. He's maybe looking at the bookshelves, just trying to be like, is there anything that he can see that is maybe valuable information or will allude to something?
Absolutely. I will say you're going to need to do a stealth roll.
Okay.
For this, in order, you'll be, gone a little longer than expected.
I have decent stealth.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, 2 6s. 3 6s.
3 6s.
Yeah, 6 6 6. Wow, that's creepy.
Just floats through.
Yeah, kidding.
It was all that self-regulate. What was I doing?
It's a self-exploration.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Didn't last long anyway.
So Percy finds,
I find a map.
Yeah, you find sort of what looks to be a survey map
Oh, sweet.
of the land. So he knows where the cabin is within the woods, where all of the wood lots are, and just sort of like the general layout of the property.
I love that this is actually like stained, like it looks like old parchment. This is so good.
I will say, along with that, There's a few other oddities. There's a fireplace in here with a very ornate looking mantelpiece, a number of photos. The mantelpiece sort of just looks like a hunting scene that's been carved into it.
Cool.
It is very reminiscent of Craig Derrick and that sort of level of opulence, but you can tell that somebody's put a lot of care into this. The books are mostly political in nature, dry law, what you would expect a politician, especially a retired one, to have. There is a saber on the back wall, and you can tell that this is actually Sir John McCreight. He has been knighted
Oh,
at
dang.
one point.
Wow.
So lots of photos with very sort of impressive people or tintypes with them and sort of paintings, very opulent.
Interesting. Does he get, with all the portraits and stuff in there, is there any like family that is like he sees that is maybe not present right now or anything like that?
Not necessarily. You do see there's sort of some photos with he and Emma when they were clearly younger, or paintings, and then a few other like very stern oil paintings with Vivian as well, as much a younger child. I think I said she was about 8 last session.
Okay.
Quite rambunctious. But other than that, there are sort of, you can tell like relatives, but they're in different locations, so you would suspect that they're not supposed to be here. Yeah.
Is this map that I found reasonable for me to hide on myself, or should I plant it somewhere? Like, if I come back to the table with this thing like rolled up in my pant leg, are they going to be like, "Why the fuck is there a?"
I would say it's about the same size. So just
Okay,
like a
I could
little-
definitely,
yeah, absolutely, like fold it up
in my
and-
jacket or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll take it.
Cool. So Percy arrives.
He maybe like does hit the bathroom, splashes his hands a bit, so they're like clammy and wet, so a little more obvious, more convincing.
Perfect. And it is just in time for Jurgen to come in with sort of a rolling tray. It's got a lot of covered platters in it, and it's sort of the main course that he sets out, and it's that classic sort of silverware with the silver top on it. Everyone is sort of given some fresh plates. Everything is cleared up, a number of side plates. And he comes in, he's like, roast duck with potatoes and parsnips from the garden. And he pulls out like a smaller plate for Vivian. It's like, and for you, my dear, we've got worms and toad eyeballs. And she goes, yeah!
Cute.
And he sort of gives like a quick little ruffle of her hair. Can I have... Specifically, it's going to be Elofe and Percy give me observation checks.
Okay. Ooh, not great at observation, but I'll try.
1-6.
Nothing for Percy.
Elofe, you catch just a quick little glance between Jurgen and Emma. Perhaps there is something there, either unrequited or whatever, but there is a fondness that has not necessarily been mirrored between Emma and John.
And the fondness is seen between both of them, not one to the other.
Yes.
It doesn't appear to be a one-way pining.
It is a sort of like moment of eye contact in this like moment of affection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Spicy.
And
Percy was just doing like the steeple thing with his fingers. That's why he wasn't.
Percy realized he oversplashed and now has a wet spot in the front of his pants.
Son of a...
no. And Mr. McCready gestures over to Richard and the carving implements. Mr. Dickerson, as a sign of turning over a new leaf between us, would you mind carving the duck for us?
Sure.
And as you go in to move in to take the lid off of the top of the tray, you hear a tapping coming from the inside of the platter, as if something is moving inside.
Can Can you guys hear the tapping?
Can we?
Can we?
Yeah.
Do they appear to hear do the others in the room appear to hear the tapping too?
Everyone has sort of like stopped talking for a
Okay.
minute. Yes.
Dick grabs the carving knife, and he is going to lift the lid and stab down on that whatever comes out.
Absolutely.
Excited.
Richard, you pull this thing off, and at the same time, you hear just an awesome, and everybody who looks over at Vivian sees that she has pulled her plate up, and there are indeed worms and toad eyeballs on her plate. Richard, you pull up the platter. Can I have you give me a close combat roll, please?
Yes. Close combat. So I get 2 dice for close combat. Is so only 2 dice, or do I get something else along that?
Physique as well.
Physique as well, yes.
Physique. Oh yeah, that's like another 4.
Has Jurgen gone rogue?
The candle lights all flicker in this moment as a cold draft just plummets through here and the temperature drops.
Well, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is a perfect example.
I got 1 6 and 4 5s.
Yeah, with that 6, you're able to plunge this knife inside of what looks to be a roast duck that has begun to rot, and all of the food on the table is festooned with maggots. This plucked roast duck almost seems to be trying to fly away, but it has no feathers, and so it is bouncing up on the table. You plunge the dagger into it, and it is still squirming and trying to get out of your grasp.
Elofe's put her hand over Vivian's eyes.
Vivian is laughing with like worms in her mouth from this platter.
Elofe is doing the like pinched cheek scoop, mouth scoop of it.
Dick is going to look right at John and say, "Well, this is reflective of our relationship as we move forward, isn't it?" Now,
you see that John makes the sign of the cross on him. He's like, "This is the devil's work."
I don't know about the devil. Something's coming back to haunt.
Hey, John, you want to fill us in on what the hell's going on?
Can I have everybody make me either a logic or an empathy roll, depending on how you want to be handling this situation? Are you trying to logic your way through it or feel your way through it?
Just straight logic?
Yes, logic or empathy.
1 success.
1 success? Great.
Logic.
Great.
No success for Dick.
1 success, empathy, Percy.
Great.
None for me.
Can I have Dick and Emery both take 1 mental condition? But everything sort of fades out as this sort of moment of horror sort of settles out. The vegetables are normal. Dick has his knife in the middle of just a normal duck, and Vivian has a mouthful of spaghetti and meatballs.
She's a mouthful of nothing.
Oh yeah, nothing right now. Her face is covered in spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
But everything has returned to normal in this moment as the magic has dissipated off of this table.
Well,
What is the meaning of this? What?
Seems like a haunting.
Oh,
I've seen things like this before. The many houses that we've had to work in. Probably nothing of me. I mean,
I thought you were a servant at Craig Derrick.
yes. Well, I've had to serve in other houses, of course.
Oh.
Yes.
Jurgen, where did you get this bread from? I'm just wondering if perhaps we might be dealing with a bit of ergotism.
Jurgen is very much in the kitchen right now.
Oh.
Yes.
Thinking of ergotism, perhaps it's,
Ergotism, like LSD.
Essentially, yes. Yeah, perhaps something wrong with the wheat and we're having a shared hallucination. I think
course,
perhaps
yes.
if it would be best if tonight, I'm worried about the little one. Perhaps if I set up an armchair or something in her room to keep an eye on any symptoms, ensure there's no fever.
And Emma sort of jumps in on this one. It's like, I would absolutely appreciate that, please.
That way
Miss
you would
Elofe.
all know where to find me as well if your symptoms become worse.
Of course, yes. There are some guest rooms upstairs, and we can absolutely sort of accommodate you and set up a chair in there.
Thank you.
As one helping hand to another, do you mind if I check on Jürgen, the cook?
And John is sort of still trying to wrap his mind, and he, without saying a word, just sort of like
Yeah,
fine, go do the thing. I have things to think about.
I'm sure I can find the kitchen, so I head there.
Percy, you go through, and I think you're coming out just as Jürgen is sort of coming in, having heard sort of a kerfuffle. He's like, "What happened, Elsa? I heard screaming. My food can't be that bad."
Well, it looks lovely now, but just a moment ago, it looked as if they were all rotting, full of maggots and worms and trying to fly away. What is the meaning of this? What have you tried to feed us?
It was just feeding what I always make for guests. There's nothing particular about it.
Do I get it like a sense from him?
Give me a observation roll, please. I will say that when you fail an observation roll on somebody else, you reveal something about yourself.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, success. Yeah.
You can tell that he's having a very honest response and that he was not necessarily intending to poison or do anything. But he does sort of like think a little harder about what is happening.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Well, there isn't anything particular that not since I was a boy back in Germany.
Oh.
I don't know about you, Mr. Ashford, whether
Yes,
or not you
Percy.
believe Percy, whether or not you believe in sort of spirits or critters in the forest.
And as Percy like glances over his shoulders and he gives him a nod, he's like, I very much do.
I believe that the McCreights have potentially angered something.
That would explain the duck.
Did you get a chance to have any of it?
Well, no.
I could understand. Yes, sorry. I just
putting.
there's hubris stuff.
Now
there's pride.
it does
Yes.
look delicious.
Yes,
after the aftermath.
Of course, I am getting off topic.
No, it's fine.
Yes.
Is this the first time something like this has happened?
It's the first time that something has happened like this in the house, but the governess who had an incident in Vivian's room a few
Yes, of
days
course.
back. She swears that she saw a being. Mr. McCready believes that it is just the mind. Everyone, was in the city before this, and now that they are ruled, they're just trying to adjust. But I feel like there's going to be a hard time to rationalize what.
Well,
you
if I
just
can,
saw.
if I can be honest, and he looks around again to make sure nobody's listening. That is why we're here.
Oh.
Yes, we want to help, but the understanding of others in Mr. Creety's position is complicated, as you likely understand.
And he sort of also does a quick little look around. He's like, "Is a bit of a bag."
Well, Mr. Dickerson has filled us in on that very much so. It's nice to know that perhaps we have another aligned ally, can I call it, in this mission, this quest of ours.
That sounds great to me. So you've gained an advantage within Jürgen. So you can get a +2 to any roll and sort of incorporate him into that narrative.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. After him and I have
Yeah.
talked, and maybe I've helped him with the kitchen or something, Percy will just head back to the table.
Great.
Yeah.
While Percy and Jürgen are in the kitchen, Mr. McCready gets up. He's like, "Well, I think I've lost my appetite a bit, but if anybody would like to join me in the study for a drink,
That's a good idea.
great."
That sounds lovely.
And he heads into the study, and Emma sort of takes Vivian up, and they start getting ready for bed.
Elofe is going to go with them, but not before popping her head into the kitchen, just saying, "Percy, would you bring up a large teapot of black tea? I'll be staying up tonight."
Oh, yes, of course, Mom. Not a problem. I'll work with Jürgen to make sure it's delivered.
Wonderful, thank you. And then she'll pop her head back in and she'll go, "And some extra biscuits for the child. Thank you."
Of course.
And then she's gone.
Great.
He elbows Jurgen for the child.
What was that, Percy?
Oh, nothing, Mom.
Oh, it's nothing at all.
Yes,
Yeah,
I just said it's for the child.
Absolutely, yes, of course.
Wonderful.
Yes. And you can tell that Jurgen has the good hobnobs.
Not those.
The stale ones, yes, of course. No, this is just for us. And you two, set about making some tea. And Mr. McCreight gathers you all into the study. He's got one of those globes that has various scotches and liquors, and sort of passes one around to everybody. Well, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all of that. Please do not think that that's something that happens regularly here. I've had some suspicions as of late that I don't want to alarm you, but perhaps there are some elements of our lives that have gone astray. We're not necessarily living by the rules of the church, as it were, and this room in particular might be a little haunted or plagued by a devil of sorts, but I will get it sorted out. Myself, I will try and find a priest or something, get this place blessed, and perhaps an exorcism of sort. Can you exorcise a house? And he's sort of rambling to himself at this point, trying to logically out loud work through what's going on.
You know, John, sometimes atoning for the dark shadows of lies can help us relieve things that come to the table.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Dickerson? I've been nothing but front and stalwart in my dealings.
I'm not questioning you. I'm just saying if there are some dark shadows of lies, that they may need to be atoned for.
And what sort of lies might you be implying?
I'm not implying. You would be the only one that would
You're
know.
the one who's brought this up and upon
look
us.
at what's happening to the place around here. You can't keep a structure up.
I suspect, and sort of gestures, perhaps my daughter's trapezing through the woods like some sort of pagan could have something to do with it, or we have not attended mass whilst we've been up here, and clearly God is mad at us, and the devil is he's challenging us.
Mr. McCreight, how much land have you disturbed since you've been here, and how thorough have you been in, making sure that is reasonable land to be disturbing?
I don't know what you're saying. There's a couple acres for which we have cleared. We've done our best just to convert the agricultural fields at this moment to preserve the sight lines, but there's a few harvests we've done sort of deeper in the woods. But it's all, paid for, well and proper, and the land deeds were...
How many bones have come out of the ground?
Bones? It's just
How many graves have you disturbed?
trees.
How many burial sats have you found?
There's nothing of the sort. Feel free to give me a observation roll if you're trying to see whether or not he's lying.
Yeah, I'll try
And can I help him in some way?
Yeah, absolutely. You're all in the room.
Oh, we are like Elofe.
I was saying, you're
we
still
are.
you're still out
Elofe
there.
went
and
upstairs.
Okay, so it's just the two.
Just
of
the
you.
two,
Yeah.
Yeah, Elofe's waiting for her biscuits.
Yeah.
They'll be late.
I got 2 6s.
2 6s. You can tell that he's being honest about not having disturbed any graves in this moment. But necessarily the lies and having been up front perhaps is not
Right.
sort of forthcoming.
Well, you say that there's no graves. I mean, that's an easy thing to prove or not. But, you didn't say anything about this from day one, and you're asking us here to spend a lot of money, to invest a lot of time, to invest a lot of energy and emotion, and you're not being forthcoming with us.
I can assure you I am doing all that I can. I will do all that I can. I will work tirelessly. Mr. Dickerson knows that I am, if anything, someone who is able to work tirelessly towards a
Forthcoming?
goal. You know. And he looks around his shoulder to see if there's anyone else in the room. I would say at this point, Percy, you are sort of leaving the kitchen, perhaps with a tray of tea for Elofe, but you can be around the study for this conversation.
Maybe he slows down a bit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm picturing. He's like, ooh, there's some juicy goss going on.
Yeah.
You and I both know our business together.
We do.
We're talking about being forthcoming. Mr. Finch. Mr. Dickerson found that I had some proclivities in town back in the day. I had a penchant for visiting various brothels whilst being wed to Miss McCreight. Now he threatened to go public with this information and forget, Mr. Dickerson, how was it that you responded to this?
Well,
You could remind me, refresh my memory.
well, I was threatened and ran out of town.
Yes, you ran. That is the part that I recalled. Sorry, my memory escaped me for that moment because I do not deal well in threats and vagaries.
Well, again, nor do you deal well with atoning for lies and dark shadows. And I think they've followed you here.
On that, we both disagree. This is a problem, and problems can be solved.
Oh, we'll see.
I'm sorry. And now, which problem are you referring to here? Now, your proclivities? Is that what we're talking about now, or are we back to the property and the whatever shit just happened at dinner there?
Well, unless your friend Mr. Ashcroft wants to open a brothel out here, seeing as he is the one that hasn't necessarily given a business plan for something.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest.
Well, it's something we could talk about.
He's listening in and thinking about back to Craig Dork, and he's envisioning himself walking down those stairs, and he's like,
Taps the card of Blythe in his pocket.
Mr. McCready, how educated would you say you are on the supernatural world?
I'm a staunch Catholic. I believe that there's devils among us, and that with the right force and application of prayer and preaching, they can be exorcised from places. The rest is all pagan nonsense.
Interesting. So your plan to deal with this situation is to get a priest to come in and say something in Latin and throw some water on some stuff.
I mean, that is sort of very reductive on these grand practices. Are you a believer in these sort of things, Mr. Finch?
I mean, it's part of my performance. I've done some studying.
The occult.
Seen some things. I wouldn't call it the occult. I would say it's just an ability to understand the world around you.
And within those dealings, have you managed to encounter anything like this and handle the situation?
I mean, I don't know that I would say I've handled the situation myself, but if I needed a new pair of boots, I'm not going to go to the ice cream shop.
I'm afraid you've...
I think I lost you there,
You
didn't
lost
I?
me
Yeah.
there, yes.
Can I ask a meta question real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you intentionally calling him Mr. Finch? Because that's not the name he gave.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Oh, no, I am absolutely have just completely forgotten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, does he know?
Yeah.
And
I was trying to make eye contact with Gavin too, and he wasn't looking at me, and I was like, "Is it purposeful?"
that's okay. Okay, sorry. Rewind. All right.
Yeah.
So not intentional. He's not aware it's
intentional.
Emery. Okay.
No, yeah. What was Emery's fake name again?
Mr. Doug.
Dougford.
Doug Dugford.
That was it.
Okay.
Yeah. God, that sounds real for sure.
Yeah.
He's from Ontario.
Just as real as Dick Dickerson.
That's
Easy
real.
now.
Yeah.
We read the same book on creating personas, okay?
Yeah. The Stan Lee approach.
Okay, so I lost you with my analogy there, but what I'm saying is if you need a problem fixed, you go to the people that know how to fix it.
Well, unless you can point me to one of those people, I believe I have the solution. I will contact the church back in Victoria, and they will send an authority to handle this situation.
Okay.
You do not seem particularly convinced.
No, I just don't, you don't believe in spirits. I don't believe in your spirit and stuff. And it's fine. It's all the same, but different. But, anyways.
Now, perhaps we disagree on these things and whether or not someone who doesn't have faith in the Almighty, perhaps you wouldn't necessarily want to continue on with a investment up here with this community.
I mean, I'm here to make some money. I'm not here to make some friends. If me and you don't necessarily see eye to eye, I'm fine with that. But I just want you to realize that if this is an upset spirit, there's a reason it's upset. Not all spirits are dark and evil and try to scare the shit out of you at dinner time.
Well, I do agree that not everyone that I do business with, I agree with their worldviews. So keep that in mind as a businessman. Is Percy still standing outside of the room at this point, or has he moved on?
I think, man, I'm like, yeah, I think he stopped.
Yeah.
Like it got too juicy and he was walking past and he's like, and like, and he stepped back just a little bit and he's like kind of like hovering there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Elofe.
Elofe, yeah. So she goes upstairs with Emma and Vivian. She is going to, at some point when Vivian is otherwise occupied, she's going to catch Emma and she's going to say, your cook, what's his name again? Jorgen? Jurgen. Yes. Very good with Vivian.
Yes, he is a warm man.
Yes, quite the contrast to your husband, if you don't mind me saying.
I wouldn't speak outwardly of it.
Understood. Well, we can't help who we love.
And you see at this moment, she just sort of like buttons up and scrunches her faces a little bit in a defense mechanism.
And then she'll say, all's quiet when the doctor's in. And then she'll say, she'll sort of nod to the hallway and she'll say, I'll wait outside for the tea and biscuits. Call me when Emma's ready or when Vivian's ready for bed.
Perfect. And just to lay the scene here, it's the top of the stairs, and there is sort of half balcony that looks over the entryway. There's a number of rooms to the left, or the hallway ends with windows on both sides. The sort of master bedroom is to the left, and Vivian's room, along with the guest quarters, are sort of on the right, as well as a couple of closets. But there's just a number of sort of rooms up here in this singular lined hallway.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then, she'll step into the hallway and she'll wait near some kind of like table or whatever for Percy to eventually make his way up.
Okay.
Percy walks past the doorway to the study. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry for the interruption. I am taking some tea upstairs. Did any of you wish to have a cup? Or is it I see you have a nice brandy on the desk.
John is actively pouring his third
at
this point.
I see. I'll just... Excuse me.
And Percy, you make your way upstairs and you find Elofe waiting in the hall for you.
Percy, you can put it on this table right here.
Yes, I actually just need some help. Table's a little small. Do you mind over here? And he tries to lead her off to a different area, maybe the guest room or something like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And lays out some of the stuff. I had a chat with Jurgen.
Yes.
I hope you don't mind. I did fill him in on why we're actually here.
And what did he say?
He was very receptive. Okay. He seemed actually rather concerned about what has been happening and alluded to this isn't the first time. I think maybe we have an ally on the inside.
Well, that's good to know. And while Emma has not confirmed it verbally, it seems like there's something romantic between her and Jurgen.
Oh, interesting. Well, that might complicate things a bit. We'll need to tread carefully around that.
Perhaps he could find out how long Jürgen has been with the family?
Yes, sure, absolutely. Why don't we deliver these to the room, and I will return to the kitchen.
Wonderful. She steps over and she looks at the tea tray and everything, and she picks up one of the biscuits and puts it down again. She says, Percy, do remind me, do you take care of most of the deliveries at the society?
Well, not all of them.
Many of them?
Most of them, yes.
Most of them. Wonderful. Yes. Tell me, silent rebellion aside, when will your spine be arriving?
Any day, Miss Elofe.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to the conversation when you stop letting me push you around. And then she'll step past him and move into the hallway.
Nice. He like swallows hard and quietly follows behind her to like deliver the tea and stuff and hand it off.
I feel like you can hear the like tea just like
yes, like, and then he'll head.
She'll pass him the plate of biscuits as she pulls out a pack from her own bag and
Nice.
and says, "I've been keeping these ones around. It seems our own home struggles to keep good biscuits in. Take these, Percy."
Yes, hard to keep the good ones around. They just I don't know what happens with them.
Quite.
perfect.
Only the best for you, Miss Elofe. Turns around.
And at this point, you can hear from the study. John sort of looks at Doug and Dick. He's like, well, the
Doug and Dick.
Dougford and Dick Dickerson.
Yeah. Well, the two of you have given me much to think about. If you don't mind, I will be retiring for the evening. I believe your Percy knows where the rooms are and where your things have been kept.
We'll get it sorted out, John.
Yes. And he sort of goes up, and you hear sort of footsteps creaking up the stairway, and then a door closes. And the two of you would see John just sort of like nod to you with a bit of a somber face and whiskey on his breath, go to pass out.
A good night's sleep, Mr. Creedy.
Stuff as well. And you, Elofe and Percy, you're just sort of standing and waiting for Vivian to be tucked in at this moment.
Yeah, if Vivian is tucked in, actually, Elofe might get Percy to come help her move an armchair to sort of nearish to Vivian's bed, so that Elofe can see the corners.
Okay.
She is sort of aware that is where someone was seen previously.
All right. So you all sort of have a moment to discuss the evening. Emma sort of makes herself available to you, but doesn't necessarily hang around. So if you have any questions or anything for her, she's sort of around helping clear up the dinner and all that.
What time are we at? Ish.
It's probably like 7-8 o'clock ish. It's winter time or like late fall, so it's quite dark out at this point. And people tend to, go to sleep with the sun. At this point, there's no electricity. It's all oil, lanterns, and gas. Yeah.
So have we all collected?
Do you?
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess you're probably sitting in the armchair.
Yeah, she doesn't. Elofe wouldn't want to leave.
I think Emma
Vivian
would stay with you. Like she would be again, make herself available.
Yeah,
so sit with her while you took a moment.
Perfect. So I think then I think Elofe would take that opportunity and just say that she'd go change into something slightly more comfortable and get herself ready for the evening and everything, and join the others then.
Okay, perfect. So we'll say that you all hang out in the study, and for those who feel like it, may help yourself. You know where John McCready's whiskey is.
Elofe is like on a steady diet of black tea right now to get her through the night. So yeah.
Percy doesn't drink, so he won't.
Dick grabs the bottle and he's he'll help himself, but again, what he's kind of wondering is just like, is there like any paintings where there's eyeballs looking out the other side where like I'm going to see John?
Be rude.
Yeah.
Give me
Yoinks.
yoinks. Give me a. I mean, no. I
You don't get a roll for that one.
yeah, I was gonna say because Percy has already investigated this room previously and got 3 successes.
Okay.
There's no more stones to be unturned.
Okay.
In this room. Yeah.
Well, and he like goes towards the door, and I don't know if it's a slide or shut, but he kind of like mostly closes it. Doesn't fully close it because he's concerned what that looks like.
Yeah.
And turns towards everybody and like kind of half opens his jacket and shows them the paperwork. I did find something during dinner. Hope you don't mind. I did poke around to see if we could find a little bit of intel because I feel like everybody except maybe our friend the cook is a little bit tight-lipped about what's happening around here.
Interesting. And she'll reach out for the paperwork too if she can. Percy, now's not the time to start shining up that spine.
All right, yes. Well, you did mention it, but you can have the book.
Yes,
You can
not,
have the, no,
right,
it's fine.
not in the middle
Could I have
of
it
our
back
recipe.
after, though?
Of course.
Thank you.
I just want to look at it. But also Chelsea wants to look at it.
Oh,
Is there anything about the cemetery or burial sites or anything on there? If you guys don't mind, I'm just going to keep the accent going and stay in character.
Sure, that sounds like a good idea.
Thanks.
it sounds great, Mr. Dugford.
I see a lot of.
I see you.
I see a lot of former residents to be demolished. Optimal old growth harvest area. That might potentially be a problem for any like woodland sprites or something.
So what are y'all's in your experience here? Like what are we doing next? What are we
I think we should check out the cabin. We weren't clear on
definitely.
where it was. Now we have.
Do you want to go right now?
Well, I think we all know that in the type of society work that we do, most of the encounters happen at this time of day. If we were to do some investigation and hope to find something of relevance, I think now would be the time.
Oh man, that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, me too, actually.
But like I kind of want to do it though.
Yeah, well, we should hurry.
Well, not too fast.
Well, I mean, enough to like. This guy's bullshit's piling up pretty steep here.
Yeah,
so.
what's up with this guy? I don't like him.
No, what's the like?
Does Elofe notice anything on the paperwork that seems odd?
No, it's as you see it there.
What about the client name?
Give me a. I don't think so, actually. Just due to actually. Sorry, I'm going through layers of information in my head right now.
Yeah. Because it's John McCreight, right?
Yes. It should be John McCreight for the
If it's spelled wrong on here?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. It's all part
Just
of-
checking.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
is it a thing?
But give
Literacy was not quite as widespread as
me give,
Yeah, it
give me
says Sir John McCreight on here, and I was like, oh my gosh, have we caught a thing?
That is how you spell McCready for this.
Get the heck out of here,
Oh,
really?
like ends in a T. Like
T.
McCreight.
Yeah. It is
very
spelled
cool.
correctly.
No, I know. I thought I found
Yeah,
a thing.
yeah.
I was like, I discovered something.
I have a clue.
A clue.
missing Y.
The first clue is
Yeah.
okay. So no rolling for anything then.
Give me a learning.
Learning.
Yes.
Can we also just appreciate what is it called? Sean's penmanship? Like, I'm assuming that's a hand drawn. Like,
It's all done
is it
by
called
hand.
cartography?
So
Is it
there's
the-
typography is the combination of font and lettering.
I know that one.
Yeah, and then cartography
Is the map,
is
right?
the map. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking incredible.
Thank you.
I got 2 6s.
2 6s. There's something in the back of your mind right now. It's not the client, but the firm who drafted.
Throw it back my way. I gave it too soon.
Yeah.
Client who drafted
Yes.
the Guildsman Engineering and the little symbol at the bottom.
Yes. You've encountered something in your past, but it's like way back there.
Way back there.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything she can do to sort of delve into that?
Not at the moment. It's something back
What
at
about
Craig
here
Derrick.
in this study? Is there anything here in this study?
You would
Or is
be.
that too cheeky?
I would say that with those 2 successes, you were able to find just some correspondence with drafting up this initial map and a name, which I don't have at the tip of my tongue, but we will figure that out when you get back to the castle.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. There's something here that
Well, yes, I know that. I'm the one that picked it up.
Percy. There's something here in the back of my mind. When we get back to the castle, I need your help to research it.
I mean,
Yes, of course.
why did you keep the map? It's just a map of the land.
Well,
Percy
anything...
would keep the map because he's the most responsible person here.
Thank you,
So you
Miss
just keep
Elofe.
everything?
Well, no.
I'm just trying to understand how we do an investigation like this.
If I'm being honest, I was actually most concerned on finding the location of the cabin and what news was around it. I know it only shows us the actual location. I was hoping for maybe, as you were suggesting, Mr. Dugford.
Where's
sir,
the burial sites?
where-
That's what I want to see.
Exactly. Burial sites or
Former
sanctuaries.
residents. That might be it.
Right. Yes.
Or they
Of
think
course.
that's the cabin. Oh, yeah, it's just to be demolished. Yeah.
I do think that we should investigate that the former resident's home. I will be staying in Vivian's room tonight, as that's where the entity has been, and I would appreciate if someone would be within earshot, but perhaps also investigating that tonight.
Yes. Also, Mr. Dickerson and Mr. Dugford, I should fill you in that our friend the cook, Mr. Jorgen, is aware of our reasoning for being here.
Okay.
I had a discussion with him, and he seemed like an ally. I presented that to him, and he wanted to help, it would seem. So just so you are aware, he is in the know, but let's keep it also just between us.
Percy, did you discover how long he's been here?
I haven't yet, no. We made the tea and I brought it up, but I can retire to the kitchen and see if I can find some more information, or invite him in here, perhaps, to have a
Or
discussion
see if he
with the
wants
group
to
of us.
come to the cabin with us. He'll probably have some information.
Maybe I'll pop into the kitchen quick and
sure.
can I see if Jürgen can maybe
You
help
can-
me bring something to the study?
You hear him cleaning up dishes and whatnot for the evening, and he is actually currently at the stove cooking a small pot of oatmeal.
Mr. Jürgen, sir.
Yes.
Oatmeal?
Well, Miss Elofe had a idea, and when she first arrived, and we talked about the Nissa, and one way to placate the Nissas is you provide them a bowl of oatmeal. And I, to be honest, brushed it off at first, but with the events of this evening, I thought perhaps I could bring this out to the forest and give it my best shot.
This is extraordinarily well timed. Do you mind following me to the study?
Yes, of course. And he sort of takes it off of the burner and joins you, and he's sort of wiping his hands off. He joins into the study. Yeah.
As everybody knows, this is Mr. Jürgen. He is aware of our reasoning for being here, and I feel like his contributions may be relevant into what we are hoping to achieve tonight. Mr. Jürgen, it would seem, has already been preparing some porridge for the, what did you call them?
Nissa.
Nissan.
Marvelous idea.
Yes.
Mr. Jürgen, how long have you been with the McCreights?
It's just since they bought this land, they hired me on to help in the kitchen, so about a year or so.
Wonderful.
What do you know about the cabin? We are hoping to visit it this evening, ideally.
This evening,
Yes.
you're going to leave young Vivian.
It might seem that Miss Elofe? How do I say it?
Elofe.
Miss Elofe. Elofe. Oh.
And this is why you shouldn't be helping yourself to alcohol, Percy.
Yes, well, I was just sneaking some of it. Miss Elofe was going to stay here with her, and we may quickly investigate the cabin. As you probably are aware, spirits of this type tend to reveal themselves during the evenings.
This is true, yes.
Jürgen, if they're in the woods, would you be within earshot should I need you?
The cabin is well out of earshot of.
I meant you. Will you, or are you going with them?
I need to do a quick little errand with your idea, with the porridge.
oatmeal.
Yes. But then I will be coming back. I live in this house on the downstairs, so I can make myself available. I would rather not go with the three of you. You all look particularly capable, and not to speak down to you, Ms. Elofe, but I would be more comfortable you not being left alone.
Wonderful. I would appreciate that. I'm shockingly strong, but this is something a bit different.
It's not always strength that gets us through these things.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Well, Mr. Dickinson and Mr. Dugford.
Perhaps actually I could just give you the oatmeal and you could pass it off.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, I think we can handle that.
Well, I don't mind taking it.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, hey, by the way,
Yes.
my real name is Emery Finch. I just want you to know that because
Weren't you some sort of... That name rings a bell.
you go to the theater often.
Back in Munich, but I was...
Munich. Is that in the prairies?
No.
No, I haven't been
But
there then probably. I don't
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw made like a brochure or something.
think. Maybe it's quite possible.
So there's a celebrity among us, then, perhaps.
Yes, he often has to take on aliases so that he's not
Of course, incognito.
Yes.
I understand. Excellent. Wunderbar. Then finish up my cleaning and be another sort of hour or so. But yes, I will be up, and I am a very light sleeper.
Before the three of us head towards north toward the cabin, any insights on the property in locating it? Which seem the pathway is probably relatively straightforward.
Yes, the mill workers, there is actually a camp. They are sleeping out there in tents. And there is a skidder track for where they haul out the lumber. And then there's a small trail to the right that goes to the cabin. It's a little overgrown at this point, but if you bring a lantern with you, you should be able to find it relatively easily.
Excellent.
Is there any I don't know, information we should know about this John Sluggett that lived there and died there? Is there anything that we might be on the lookout? Is he?
It's sort of outside of my area.
Yeah,
I never
don't
knew
know
him.
much about
No,
it.
It is.
Okay then.
Well, should we go?
Yeah. Do we need to bring anything or
Well, yes, of course. So I'll collect a couple biscuits and,
biscuits
well, just in case.
to give to the spirits?
Well, what are we
Or
going
for
to
us?
snack? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And a small flask of tea.
I got a magnifying glass.
Dick is gonna grab a full bottle of whatever he's got with. He's gonna take he's gonna Jimmy rig a
Molotov.
a Molotov
Yeah.
cocktail.
Pre-lighted.
Sit there. All right, ready to go. Can you give me? You know what? I feel like this isn't Dick's first Molotov cocktail. Yeah. You know what? You can just you got the materials. You can have that.
Old handkerchief, nice brandy. Why not? Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. All right. We're gonna burn this forest down.
That won't anger anything.
No, not at all. Great. So you all get ready to depart for your various little sojourns. Three of you step out into the woods. It's quite dark out, but you've got... I will be benevolent and say that even though you didn't say it out loud, you have lanterns with you.
I do have mine. My hurricane lantern's in my thingy.
Great. So you got one hurricane lantern among the
I'm
three of
using
you.
my magnifying glass to make it bigger.
Great. And
I
a
will-
Molotov cocktail.
Pre-lit. It's a long rag.
I will lend my hurricane lantern to them
Okay.
with a very firm, this comes back.
Great.
Oh, I already have one. It's fine.
It's
Dick will,
not fully-
Dick will hold it.
Great. The three of you step out, and the house gets much quieter in this moment.
Finally.
You can hear them just like carrying on into the distance. And it feels much more ominous, I would say, than you were last out here. And it was a little dusky, but that light change.
That light change.
Yeah, that was a hard one. Yeah, the lights went from orange to green, and my pupils hate me for that. I will remember that for the future.
Something was in that bread.
Whoa. The three of you step out and sort of navigate by lamplight past the mill, which is shut down. The camp, there's a few sort of smoldering fires from the workers out there. They don't pay you particularly much mind as you step into what is a sort of break in the trees at the far end that, could house a truck through. It is fairly wide. You can see a number of mule and horse tracks and drag marks from lumber being pulled through here. And you step into the woods. Percy, you've got your porridge in hand.
The further he goes, he feels like less and less sure about this idea. He's got the porridge in hand and his lantern. The trees are like doing the lean in.
It's closing in and getting darker.
Thick forest.
Yeah.
Normally we're,
In the city.
in the city investigating haunted mansions with plenty of light and property around us.
Can I have you all give me we're going to say this is a investigation check just to make sure you can find this additional trail. It's going to be one of you is going to make this roll, but you can add an additional 2 dice with the others helping. I will let you metagame who is going to be the most.
I've got 3 investigation. And do I add that to...
Yeah, so you're always going to add the skill in brackets to the right of it. So for investigation,
we're using
it's
the old
logic.
school one, so you would use the thing, and then you go up as well. So you add
so
like a 5 and a
logic?
3.
Yeah.
So I got 8.
8. I only have 4.
Yeah, and I've got 2 conditions, so I'm pretty useless right now.
Oh, I've got a condition too. I'm angry.
Take one away.
So yeah, you would take one away from that.
So
So
7.
more than me.
Just as far, because we're all learning the mechanics in this moment, I will say that you've had enough downtime in the castle. If you wanted to take a moment to interact with your memento, then you can clear any 2 conditions. And that's a once per session thing.
Clear any 2
Can I do
conditions?
that?
Oh, wow.
Can Elofe do that too? But would you
Yes.
like me to narrate that when you come back to Elofe
Yeah,
later?
we'll come
Okay,
back to
cool.
that. But yeah, that is sort of like the equivalent of a short rest in Vaesen is interacting with your memento. There is also healing between people that you can do, but these all kind of have to be in moments of like quiet and downtime. There isn't a lot of on the fly healing unless it's a critical injury and you're broken.
Okay, so I can use 8 dice. Like if I interact with my cufflinks,
Yeah, it can be as simple as you just like,
I just kind of polish them up a little bit.
yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Sort of reminisce. And so you can clear the conditions from your sheet entirely. Yeah.
Yep.
So then Percy helping Dick. How does that help?
Yeah, so
Or
you
how does
get to
that work?
add 1 dice for each person that is helping you, up to 3. But
Oh, so I don't roll.
You don't roll. So Dick just gets to add 2 more dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a fistful.
Yeah, that's official. I'm not gonna use my trampoline because
Okay, let's be safe about it.
I got 1 6, 2 6s, 2 6s.
Great. Perfect.
Hey.
Yeah, you're able to, I'll say with that, and you're able to find the trail that goes off to the right that you're going to have spoken about. And you can see a little up ahead a bit of a cut block. That they've clearly, this is where they've been harvesting the trees for all of the wood. And one additional thing that you would notice as you make your way towards this sort of much smaller path, everything feels a little more claustrophobic
Perfect.
as the trail narrows. You're welcome, Gavin.
Dick would be leading the charge.
Great. One thing that, Dick, you would notice is that all of the trees here, it appears to be like a second growth stand. So you've got old growth trees, which are big and ancient, and then second growth, which have been harvested at one point but replanted. And you would notice that each stump in here has a younger tree attached to it. So as if somebody has cut the tree down and then planted a new one in its place. And they're all roughly the same age.
And sorry, these younger trees, they're growing out of the stumps.
Or like
and-
next to it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And just kind of 6 feet, 10 feet tall.
They would be like if you were, still a good 10 to 20, as if you were walking around most forest stands, like around parks here, where they're old enough. The place has been managed in a way that is uncommon in this time period and our current one. Yeah.
Dick would just point that out. He would point out that these
Yeah.
there's new growth.
Yeah. It's a pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this old man was too old to maintain the property and die of old age, and our friend Mr. McCreight is too uninterested in maintaining land and more about harvesting it, who is maintaining these?
Well, and these trees are older than Mr. McCready's been around. These were planted 10 or 15, 20 years ago.
Right. In which case, the old man
had somebody managing his forest for him.
Or
he was more
him.
capable than they thought.
20 year younger.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Interesting.
I had another interesting thought.
Tell us.
Okay.
I did bring biscuits. Should I get them?
It's not a very long thought.
Oh, okay.
The spirit that we keep hearing about, they said is a woman, right?
Yeah.
John Sluggett is a man. Was a man.
Right.
So it's not John, the spirit.
No, we know that.
Okay. That was just my thought. So when we go to the cabin, maybe we should look for some evidence of a woman.
In case he was a woman?
No, not.
Oh,
I mean, but yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Percy's looking at Dick. He's like, yeah.
I just, it's
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
my first real investigate. I just want to share these thoughts, get some feedback.
I think
That's what you all caught that too, though, right?
Right.
Okay.
Actually, I wasn't thinking about it, and I think it's wise that you...
You weren't thinking about that.
I was?
You weren't?
I thought you said I was.
No, I'm asking you if you weren't.
No, I wasn't. I was actually preoccupied about what specifically the spirit may want, not its origin. And I think it's wise that you had put the two together. If
Well, because
The
originally I
landowner
was
was a
thinking
man.
that there was like
I think it's this way.
a burial ground. Is that because the wick of the Molotov is getting closer?
As you were having this conversation, you see the silhouette of a fairly dilapidated cabin emerge just outside of lamplight. And you're scanning sort of the trail and looking for your path, and the light just quickly hits a figure
Oh, God.
in the forest, and then it hits another and another, and you realize that in the forest there are what look to be almost like they are the size of sort of children and adolescents, and they have a wooden sort of barky texture to their skin. They are completely silent but creaking like wood in the wind. And they all sort of raise up creaking arms and point back the direction which you came. No. And we're going to switch over back to the ranch house.
guys,
Give him the oatmeal.
what's the whole meal? We have biscuits.
Watch your eyes. Orange. Yay. We're learning here, everybody together.
That's just Elofe's bones creaking now.
Rocking chair.
The boys have been away for maybe 15, 20 minutes at this point. They're still making their way out. What's Elofe up to? Just sort of sitting in the room? Or?
Yeah, is Vivian asleep now? And
Yeah, I think at this point she's sort of tucked away.
yeah.
Emma sort of checks in to see if you need anything before she retires for the evening as well.
Yeah, no, Elofe's sitting there, just probably reading one of her books or whatever. I think she'd kind of alternate between, sort of like her the book that she sort of threw the medical textbook away for, and then back to the medical textbook. Also flicking through old notes. She's got like a little notebook that she seems to be reading through, and occasionally sort of frowning at, like she's trying to like decipher the writing. She can't quite read it herself. And then once Vivian is definitely asleep, she'll pull out her doctor's bag, and she will sort of push everything to the side and pull up the false bottom of it.
Okay.
And she's going to look in at her memento.
Right.
And she is going to, she's sort of going to take a moment and this is sort of me getting rid of my mental conditions.
Yeah.
She's going to say quietly but out loud, you'd have hated this. Thought I was doing all of this wrong. Probably thought I was going soft. What would you have done? Well, we know what she would have done. Have to do it a different way, though. Doesn't work that way anymore. Well, steady on then. And after a moment, kind of quietly put the false bottom back over it and tuck everything around and sort of stick it to her side there, and sort of like the doctor's bag tucked in right beside her. And
Great.
yeah.
At this point, the latch clicks and you sort of settle in for what you hope to be an uneventful evening here. You can hear Jurgen sort of finish up in the kitchen and sort of like go into his room sort of underneath, across the hall and underneath on the floor below. And you hear Emma sort of lock the door, and you now know that you are likely the only person up at the moment in the castle. And you settle in, and then you feel a very familiar feeling of the temperature beginning to drop, just subtly and consistently. And you hear the sound of footsteps creaking up the stairway. You've not heard them come in from anywhere else.
And she knows that the boys would be muttering and arguing, so she knows this isn't them.
And you didn't hear the door open.
Yeah. She's just gonna stay seated there, but her mouth quirks a little bit into a smile.
And you hear the creaking of this old house groaning. And then you hear a creaking and groaning coming up through the hallway. Is the door to Vivian's room closed right now?
I would say it is cracked open just a little bit.
Okay. Does Elofe get up from her position to look out towards the hallway, or does she sit where she is?
No, I think she cozies herself in a little bit and keeps a little smile on her face looking towards the door. But I think very much has this awareness that part of her job right now is to guard Vivian.
Okay.
So to stay near Vivian.
The door pushes open on its own. There's nobody that you can see immediately there. But then from the floorboards, a hand emerges from the wood, made of wood itself, pushes down on the floor. Another hand emerges, pushes down on the floor, and this visage of a woman made completely of oak pushes herself up from the door frame and then begins to push up from her hips. Her leg emerges and stands 6'5" tall, very slender, eyes wide and black. She creaks and her limbs sort of break with a twisting wooden sound and crack. And she makes eye contact with Elofe in this moment.
Elofe is going to cross her hands over her stomach and she's going to say, hello, dear. Please stay quiet. She's sleeping, and sort of nod towards the child. And she's trying to very purposefully look relaxed and non-threatening.
This figure locks eyes, doesn't say a word to Elofe, steps through the room between her and Vivian, but towards the window, not towards the bed, where all the toys were, where Vivian had said that she was before. Without breaking eye contact with Elofe, puts down a little wooden figure on the toy chest, and then turns around and leaves the room in this moment. I'll see, sweet thing. And steps down through the floorboards and out through the hallway. And that's where we'll take our break.
Oh, come on. Son of a gun.
Hey, everybody, we're back after our snack break.
Were we even gone, though?
Not to the audio listeners. Yeah.
I mean, we were upstairs, so I think
Yeah,
we're still here.
physically, but it's kind of like a, blink and you'll miss it sort of thing on air. And we've left all of our characters in a bit of a prickly situation.
They're in a pickle.
Elofe's finally ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, right? Everything's...
Oh, yeah, I'd be super
I
relaxed.
thought it was
after that.
Elofe. I thought that's how you said her name.
Elofe.
Elofe.
Elofe Fleischman.
Lofi.
Elofe.
Elofe.
Elofe, what's up?
You can call her
Wait,
that.
aren't you gonna ask? You're gonna
I
ask
will.
Sean what the figure is, though, right?
Yeah.
The little figurine.
Oh,
Well, so-
we'll get to that.
I was going to say, I didn't get a chance to say anything.
Yeah. No, we're going to pick up with the jabronis in the woods.
Yeah, we're not doing anything. You should go back to Elofe.
Nope.
Elofe's snoring.
Yeah. Out cold.
Okay, so there's some stick people in front of us.
Yeah, the forest is full of these, children and adolescents. Sort of, their skin is made of wood. They are just creaking in the wind.
So if Dick was kind of just to look around from one side to the next, could I get a knot count and just sort of see how many are out there?
They disappear beyond the lantern light.
So it's it's a fair. There's lots.
It's a fair number. They're not it's not a compressing crowd. They're sort of spread out evenly.
Right.
But they sort of occupy most of the space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lots.
Yes, lots.
Do we
we
offer the porridge?
Yeah. Now's a good time.
Percy is going to put down his lantern gently and kind of try to look, where you put your arms in the air, but I mean, he's holding the porridge. Maybe he's got one hand in the air.
So my question to Percy is, do you do it right on the trail or do you head over to the cabin and do it? Are you just sort of standing in space? Yeah.
No, I think the cabin is human made. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is a moment of nature, not the cabin. His instinct is not the cabin.
Okay.
To leave the porch. I think we're still heading there.
Okay.
But this is he remembers Jurgen was going to go to the woods, not the cabin. So he's gonna find maybe one of these stumps that is overgrown as sort of a table, and offer it there. And he's having he's freaked out.
Yeah.
So's Gavin. So he's he's having this moment where he's what should I say?
Nothing. Just leave it on the stump. You're good.
He just he backs up and he just kind of nods at all of them and
Crush
he
some crackers.
bows a couple times as he backs up.
in absolute reverence.
Yeah.
They don't make a move on Percy. They don't seem to be moving much at all, almost swaying gently, but it's sort of eerie that they just observe you. And you continue on towards the cabin?
Dick's gonna point he had one of the tree people pointing to back the way we came. Mm-hmm. Dick is going to point in the other direction towards the cabin. Okay. He's not going to make a move towards the cabin. He's just going to point in that direction.
And so all of the tree people are all pointing in the same direction currently. And as soon as you do that, they put their hands down, but they still are there and looking at you.
Interesting. What do you guys make of that?
Did trees eat porridge?
I don't know. They were pointing in one direction.
I will say, just being investigators of the society, you would know that Anissa is an individual entity, like a house elf, or they operate on farms and look after it. Mm-hmm. These, what you are looking at, are not Anissa by any
I think that's why he's confused. But he's
Yeah.
like, Jurgen was going to leave it out. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think we just head towards the cabin slowly and see what they do.
Okay, sure. Dick will lead the charge.
They don't interfere with you in this moment. They are all still standing there. But as you step through the entryway of the cabin, you quickly lose sight of them.
So we're in the cabin?
Presumably. That's where you were headed?
Yeah. Of
yeah.
course. Yeah.
Yep. It's, picture the Evil Dead style cabin, though. It is just like a single story wooden ramshackle. It's, spent a year sort of unfinished, or nobody's been looking after it. Mm-hmm. The roof is still like mostly intact, but a tree has sort of fallen last winter on it. But on the inside, looks like somebody had lived here. There are still sort of books around. That's a little more intense than I was going for.
It's like, and we're
out of the fire, or out of the pot into the fire. Your torchlight sort of swings through this room, as it were. There's a bed in the corner that's just a single room. There's some bookshelves. There looks to be where once there was a mantelpiece, but has been torn out for a chimney. There's sort of debris littered around, but is otherwise intact. It smells faintly of decay, but
Does it look as if it's been like cleared of whatever belongings would have been there? Like it's pretty empty, shelves are empty, or
no, there's
stuff?
still stuff. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's been some animals that have gotten in here or something. But for something that's been abandoned per se, it actually looks like more well kept, I would say, than you would expect almost. There's sort of larger structural issues, but the books are still on the shelves, and there's not as much sort of debris.
So Dick he's gonna like he's got this box, and he's gonna put it on the floor, and he's gonna open up the box, and there's like a lot of paper in this box. And he reaches into the box and he pulls out his crystal ball with a badger head in it.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he wants to do like an observation, but what he's realized is this fucking piece of shit is like, it's not the one that was on display. The other one was big and beautiful, and this is like some sort of shrunken badger head shoved in some piece of plastic with like it's
It's
Dick
actually
in his shrunken ball.
Oh boy.
it actually kind of looks like maybe an otter or a muskrat or something.
something like that.
House
it's just
cat.
like, yeah. It's just like, it's not even crystal. It's like plastic, cheap plastic.
Great. Plastic isn't a thing, but
It's a snow globe.
yeah, it's a snow globe.
70 years
Yeah.
away.
But feel free to make an observation, and using your memento to channel, the inner squirrel that it's made of.
I love that he had this thing and then he's like, but it's shit.
Yeah.
So my observation is 2.
Yep.
And then I use empathy for
Yes, you add
2, and then I get my crystal ball for another 2. So I'm
Yes.
rolling 6 dice.
correct.
Get it?
Just for people listening. I got 1 6.
You got 1 6. You're walking through. How is Dick leading with the crystal ball and like letting it?
I don't think so. I think he just like
It's like
he's
a
just like
jousting
I think he shoved it back in the thing, but
like-
or something. You know what? I think maybe like there was a glint off of the squirrel's like chipped eyeball or something like that might have like refracted onto a book that maybe Dick needed to check out.
So
Coincidentally.
light does reflect off of the crystal ball, and it creates just sort of the glint, similar if your watch catches light, and it makes a little pattern. And a ratty old barn cat bolts out and starts trying to attack the light that is reflected on the wall, and going.
Dick will scream out, "Barn cat!"
Percy shoots it with the revolver. I'm kidding. I don't do that.
And it turns and hisses at the lot of you. It is an ancient, sort of ratty looking thing. and it eyes you all up suspiciously.
Did we know if he had a cat?
We don't know anything.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Percy's going to
Feed it something.
He's going to kneel down and grab one of like the pieces of charcuterie or something, and he'd probably pack as like a snack, and like rip off a little piece of it and like gently just kind of throw it on the floor in front of it.
You toss in front of it, and it sort of like gives it a sniff. Finally, someone with some manners! And the cat just sort of like morphs and like inverts on itself magically, and you are stood there with a 1 foot tall, sort of old looking man with a large beard, pointy ears, and this you would know as a Nissa. And it grabs the jerky. He's like, I much prefer oats, but this will do. And just begins gnawing on them.
Percy's like pointing behind him, so he's like, well, that was, oh, damn it. We have oats for you. Do you want me to go get them?
Absolutely, yes. Go and get them immediately. You have oats. He's been giving me oats for about 2 years now.
Well, we left them for the tree people up there.
The tree? Oh, the sprites.
I guess.
They don't. Sprites don't eat oats, you buffoon.
Right. Silly of me. Excuse me. He stands up and like takes his lantern and quickly hustles to go get the oats.
The sprites are gone.
Okay.
Yep. Right. You go in and bring it, and he sits there and he's like, and like sits, crisscross applesauce in the middle of the floor.
Nice.
And just begins to devour it.
Dick would be like, what's your name, little boy?
And just looks up at you with death glare in his eyes. Little boy, I'm older than you by a century at least.
Oh, hence the beard, maybe?
Perhaps, maybe, yes.
Okay, all right.
I don't know, have you earned my name? There's power in names, don't you know?
Yes, in my name for sure.
Yes, what is your name?
Oh, my name's Richard.
Richard?
Richard, yes.
Isn't that a delight, Richard?
Yes.
And he sort of like cocks an eye at you, Richard. You feel something moving in your pocket where you put that crystal ball.
Okay. Richard's going to reach into his pocket and find out what's moving.
The squirrel skull inside of it has animated and is trying to like ding, 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 like get out of it.
Oh, okay. Deck will just put it down on the ground in front of his
just
feet.
Like rolls away.
Oh, okay.
And then like hits the wall and like kind of comes back. You can get it. It's not gone from you.
Right.
It's just hamster balling
It's
around.
hamster balling around in this moment.
Fair.
Just in the background.
Yeah. Throughout this entire exchange and conversation.
Percy!
Oh, yes, of course, sir. And Percy's like trying to catch it.
Feed him the oats, man.
I would be careful about giving creatures your name so willingly, Richard.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, lesson learned.
Consider that a favor for the oats and the porridge.
Good.
Yes. Why
yes.
is it that you're waking me up at this hour?
Well, we are inquiring about strange happenings on this land, but I do have a question as to why you are here. My understanding of Nissen is that they maintain the natural side of the land, the forestry. Unless I'm mistaken, is this your home?
We Nissa typically attach ourselves to farms and agricultural areas. We take great pride in looking after these things, tend to the horses, the fields. Right. And I would say that I was once very proud of this place, but not anymore since spits on the ground. Those people came in and took after poor John. Now there was somebody who really knew how to look after a place and respected the woods, I tell you. But these newcomers...
What do you know about what's happening then? You're obviously aware of Mr. McCreight.
John. His name's John. John McCreight. Yes, yeah. Sorry. I didn't
have
mean
a
to.
name.
No, that's not what I meant to do.
A valuable piece of intel, to be sure, stored away.
Oh dear.
Yes, and Elofe, what's her last name?
The back of your head like heats up, and you don't know how, but you know she's glaring.
Yes, we are up here on behalf of, not on behalf of, I guess, Mr. John McCreight. These strange happenings.
You're working for the buffoon.
I wouldn't say we're working for him. We were investigating the happenings to determine. I don't think he would hire us even if we had offered. He doesn't believe in such things as yourselves or these other spiritual beings. Even the, what did you call them? The tree folk out there?
There's the sprites. They're the offspring of the forest. It's sort of spirit incarnate. You asked what was going on at the household?
Do you have any information? I don't suppose you have anything to do with that.
Well, I've been playing the odd prank here or there, rotting some agricultural fields, tying some shoelaces up, all of these sort of fun little things.
Excellent. So not a 6-foot woman coming into a child's room and leaving toys.
Oh. No. That does not, that is not me. That sounds more like, well, it's the oak tree wife, the center of this forest.
And
she's old, temperamental. I would not be surprised that they've upset her more than me, having chopped down her children, as it were, and not paying the correct amount of deference towards the matter.
And what would that be? The price?
Well, typically, John used to plant a tree in its stead, and that appeased her and utilized only what he needed for his processes. And, well, I suspect. What did you say was happening there?
Well, the way we understand it is this woman is approaching the daughter of the house. I believe her name is Vivian. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to give. Her name starts with a V, and she has these encounters, and for whatever reason, this woman is coming in there.
Well, it sounds to me like John McCreight took some children from this oak tree wife, and perhaps it's trying to get one back in exchange.
I see. And like
fair trade.
The hair like stands on the back of his neck. And he's like, "Oh my god!" In exchange for him taking those, how would one appease such a ancient lady of the forest?
Well, I would imagine that perhaps if they were given, or she was given a differential offering of sorts, there's ways to negotiate with her, or there's ways to trap her, dispose of her, but she's ancient.
Well, I don't know about disposing of a natural being of the forest. Perhaps an offering is the next right step.
And let me see, my memory is a little foggy in this moment. It's just not really coming to me. And he sort of like looks up at Percy and Emery and Dick, like, if only there was something that could jog my memory to aid you in this moment, because I seem to have finished my oatmeal.
Well, it does so happen that I do have this lovely selection of biscuits. The proper ones, not the old stale ones that we usually give to people we don't like.
Ooh. And he like puts up his grubby little mitts, like, gimme.
He doesn't give them all. He's probably got like, let's say 5, and he gives them 2 of them.
2 of them? Oh, 2 biscuits for 2 pieces, morsels of information. Would you like appeasement? Banishment? Negotiation? Leverage?
Maybe that's a discussion for the group of us.
Well, I mean, if it was,
Oh, God.
excuse me, if it was up to me, I would think it would be great for us to have a conversation with this oak tree wife. If
I can't tell if that's Gavin's eye twitch or Percy's eye twitch.
It's both. Yes. Sorry, I'm
I'm sorry. Now that cookie crunching's done there, you think, Mr. House, creature friend, do you think there's a way that that would be advantageous for us to meet these oak tree wife and have a conversation?
Well, she primarily resides in the oak in the center of the stand.
Makes sense.
If you are trying to travel through the woods with clear and good intentions, you will find yourself there. There are no trails that will lead you directly to her.
We just have to be like pure of heart and desire, and
Something like
and we'll
that.
get there.
Yes, she will
Interesting.
allow you to find her.
Well, let me assure you that we are here to try and help smooth out this whole situation. We don't necessarily believe that what's happening here is right, and we're here to to help protect the little one back at the house more than anything. But
That sounds like a very fair and noble cause. Now, as ancient as she is, she can be a little temperamental. Negotiation is a very noble pursuit. But what if things go sour?
Oh, they'll go sour.
Well, we will do what we must.
And what must you do? Is that what you want to know?
Yeah, we want to know what we need to do.
Well,
If things go sour,
we're making a lot of assumptions.
this is true. Like, we don't know this guy's relationship with this oak tree woman.
If we're giving knowledge of... I want to be careful that we're not receiving information that could later tarnish our interaction with this ancient...
well, we
woman
want to
of the-
negotiate. We want to try to figure out what's the solution
Right.
to the problem.
Are you always here?
Not
my
always
friend.
here. I am sleeping here. I wander the forests, the fields, in this general location. Yes?
Maybe we return with Elofe?
Well,
Or we just get the information
yeah,
now?
let's just, come on.
Our goal will be to be come to an understanding.
Like forthright.
However, if things do tend to go against us and we find ourselves in a situation where we have to either perish or make a stand,
Defend ourselves.
obviously we will make a stand.
Of
If
course.
we were to find ourselves in that position, what would you suggest we do?
I would suggest that in order to trap the oak tree wife and dispose of her, you must first make sure she is in her tree.
But
Then,
she is a tree.
she is an entity that travels between them.
Oh,
She has a home in a large oak, the one I spoke to you about. If she has found herself inside of it, you may hammer in 7 iron nails to the base of it, and that will trap her inside, and then you may burn the tree. I cannot speak to how this will impact the forest around it, but that is a surefire way to deal with it. And
right.
I would tell you one additional piece, because you granted me the name of John McCreight.
You're
and Elofe.
welcome.
Yeah, we could even probably find his middle name if you wanted.
Might actually be written on here. No, it just says Sir John McCreight.
And that is this. A good place to start for the offering is a new oak tree, watered in the blood of the accuser, the person who cut down or ordered the cutting down of those trees.
New tree. Just a sec. I'm just going to put this in my book here. New tree watered in the blood.
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty dark.
How much blood?
All of it.
He just like shrugs.
He's about 6 feet. It's probably a couple liters at least, I guess.
Right.
The wind is like, keep going.
I see.
Okay.
Percy does a big swallow. Well,
So we're either
Thank
going to
you.
murder him or burn down the forest.
Oh, find another alternative solution. But these are the ways. Now, leave me to my Betty buys. And you all feel yourselves compelled out of this room as it almost shrinks around you. And you find yourselves outside.
Dick
and,
grabs his ball.
it just like pops out the window.
Dick catches his ball.
And we head back to the ranch house with Elofe.
One super quick thing.
Yeah.
Before we leave, Percy is just going to quickly take one more biscuit.
Yeah.
So now I've got 2 left, and he's going to put it on like the front step or something, just like as like a little
As soon as you put it down, it just
hilarious.
it like barely leaves your hand. And we head back to. We're gonna pick it up right as the what you now know as an oak tree wife is leaving the room. She shuts the door behind you,
Thank you.
and you hear the steps go down the hall, and then you hear a click and an opening of a door on the far side of the hallway, and then a "What the devil?" And you hear John McCreight has opened up, and you hear a thunderous footsteps and a crash and a hiss. What does Elofe do in this moment?
What kind of hiss?
It is a croaking, sort of like as best as a tree would hiss as wind is passing through it.
Phenomenal. Okay.
Yeah.
She's going to rush over to the figurine.
Okay.
She's not going to touch it, but she is going to. She's like a little candle in a dish, and she's going to hold it up. What does she see?
It is a small wooden doll that looks extremely close to Vivian.
She is going to she's going to pick up her handkerchief, and she's going to sort of like carefully wrap up the doll and then tuck it into her bag. She doesn't want
To touch it
Vivian
directly?
touching it,
Okay.
and she doesn't want to touch it directly either.
You can feel a strange amount of warmth radiating through the napkin as you put it into your pocket, but you're able to do that fairly successfully.
Okay.
You hear just crashing and banging, and then a large from outside as you are doing this.
She is going to peek her head out the door and see what she can see. She still firmly believes her job is to stay with Vivian, though.
You can hear the table that Percy had put the tea down outside is smashed to pieces. There is wood debris in the middle of the hallway, right by the staircase and the banister. But there is no one up there. I think Emma sort of emerges from the room and you lock eyes with her in this moment.
She's going to sort of like whisper shout, because is Vivian still asleep? Knowing kids,
No, Vivian
she's away.
very much woke up in this
then
moment.
she's just
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
call over and she's going to say, "Where's your husband?"
He left in a minute, and you can hear groaning from sort of downstairs.
She's going to go over to the window. She's going to throw open the window. And she's got, is the tray that brought the tea up metal?
Yes.
She's going to grab whatever looks pretty solid near her, and she's going to start banging the wood against the metal, and she's going to say, yell at the window and go, "Boys, time to come back." And then she's going to sort of tidy herself up and say, "Well, Vivian, quite a busy night for you already.
What's going on?
Well, you had your visitor joined us again, the wooden lady. That would have helped.
The sad lady.
The sad lady.
Oh, is she okay?
She seemed all right. Yes, she spoke to me briefly. Is she someone you met in the woods?
I mean, I've seen her sometimes, but she kind of scares me a little bit, so I don't usually go that close to her. But then she did come in here and into my room that one night, and she was playing with my doll, and I think she took it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I suspect she was trying to give you a new one, but
She brought me something?
not tonight.
What?
No.
No.
Oh,
But
gosh, I know. Have a biscuit. And she's going to Elofe's sort of going to kind of corral Vivian towards Emma. She's not terribly worried about John.
You actually hear Emma hasn't come into this room as of yet. You're still in Vivian's room right now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay.
Vivian, gosh, we've really got to work on someone learning how to parent you.
You hear Emma call out for you.
She's going to just hoist Vivian up. She goes, oh, excuse me, okay, here we go. She's going to hoist her up on her hip, and she's going to go after Emma.
You see Emma is, as soon as you emerge from the hallway, you can see that the banister has been smashed through, and you see Emma on the floor below with John, who is pinned up against one of the walls. He's got a branch in his shoulder. As if he has been staked there. He is very much alive, but bleeding. And there's no sign of the oak tree wife in this moment.
Vivian, dear, would you do me a favor and tell me how many cracks do you see on the ceiling? She says as she's heading down, but she's
Mississippi, 2
wonderful. Jürgen, could you come here and hang out with Vivian for a little bit? Thank you so much. And she'll hand Vivian off to Jürgen.
He'll grab her and let's see if we can find something in the kitchen.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And she'll head over to John and she's going to start investigating.
He is quite pale in this moment. He's losing, a decent amount of blood, but you, with your medical knowledge, can tell that this isn't necessarily a life-threatening injury, although quite debilitating in this moment. But he has been sort of pinned up against the wall with a branch that has not been pushed in. It has grown out from the wall through and out towards him.
Oh gosh, that does look a little bit painful. 1 second, and she's going to kind of go behind him. She's going to reach into her bag and she's going to pull out a tool.
Yep.
She's going to hack away at the... while she's doing it, though, she's not patting his back. She's patting the wall and she's going, sorry. Then she's going to cut that and then she's going to stick the tool back in her bag and she's going to say, right then, heave-ho, on the count of 3, 1, 2, and hold the branch out of her. Wonderful.
He
took it like a man.
And I think he passes out from this in the moment. It is sort of excruciating, but you were able to patch him up, staunch the blood, and sort of allow him a moment of respite, as it were, and clean it up a bit.
Perfect. Elofe's going to talk to Emma. She's going to say, well, looks like your husband's pissed off a few of the wood sprites and the wooden spirits.
Oh, I almost hope that it was the devil.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
because the woods are out to get you now.
And they're all around us.
Yes, correct. And taking a particular interest in your child.
Fantastic. This is escalating quite quickly, I would say. What would you propose us do? And at this point, the three of you are walking sort of back. You heard sort of Elofe's banging in the distance. And before you get in the house, one thing that you do notice is that the road that you had arrived on has completely grown in.
Interesting.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Percy, I mean, I guess all three of us would probably make note of that, but we're like, okay.
Hello, boys.
Well, it would seem like we've both had an interesting encounter tonight. Seems like you have everything under control.
Yes, everything seems just fine. Visited by a 6.5-foot woodland spirit who said that she would be seeing us soon. Left behind a doll. Mr. Dugson, was it? Don't know if you have any, understanding of the occult, but perhaps you could take a look at this. Don't touch it. And she's going to pull out the doll and kind of like roll it out from her handkerchief across the wood. That was left as a little gift for our child in the kitchen right now.
Well, that is That's something that is of some very lovely craftsmanship. And
Give me a learning check, and I will say that you can add +2 as I didn't necessarily do advantages last session, but you did spend a lot of time going over sort of lore and the occult in your prep. So we can say this is you using that advantage.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And at this point, also, Elofe is going to take back her lantern.
Okay. Nice.
2 6s.
2 6s.
It's cracked.
She'll take Percy then.
You would surmise that this is some sort of attempt. It's binding, essentially, this creature with Vivian. She has taken something of Vivian's and has now offered something of hers, and creating a bit of a connection, perhaps an enchantment. Elofe, you would surmise, had a very... It was quick thinking not to let Vivian play with this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think the best thing we can do is we just keep this away from the little one, because that would not help in the situation if she was to interact with it.
Would you have filled Elofe in as well about what you've learned, or?
Not if Emma's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emma's still there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she'll, I would presume you would all probably try to get John up to the master bedroom.
Or maybe do a study for a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
he's
he's unconscious. Yeah, okay. We'll take him
Emma, why
upstairs.
don't you go tend to your child while we tend to your husband?
Of course, yes, thank you. Yeah, you bring it up to the master bedroom, 2 single beds, separate, cross in the middle.
Wonderful.
Creepy.
Elofe has rewrapped the doll much more carefully again this time, now
Yeah.
that she knows, and tucked it back in her pocket.
Okay, great.
What did you learn?
Well, maybe we retire to a different bedroom. Should he awake?
She just sticks her hands over here and goes, what did you learn?
Well, we did make it to the cabin. However, on the way, we bumped into what seemed to be an endless forest of wooden sprite-like creatures.
Good, wonderful.
Hundreds of them.
Oh, fantastic.
But not aggressive. They seem to be pointing either back towards the house or at least off the property. However, we continued to the cabin and they did not intervene. Well, there we bumped into a black cat, which, when offered food, turned into a Nissa?
Nissa?
Nisse.
Nissa, which was actually quite forthcoming on information. We offered it a couple biscuits and was rather helpful. It would seem that the McCreight family has been destroying some rather ancient forest land, and it would seem this mother of this forest, this oak tree, has something to do with all of this. He has been, well, to be frank, chopping down her children. It would seem she's looking to collect one of his.
I mean, basically, the old guy that used to live here, he did a really nice job of managing the property, is what it sounds like. So he would take down a tree, but he would plant a new tree, and that kept this relationship nice. And what did they call it? The oak tree wife.
Yeah.
Is upset with the way they're managing the forest.
It's just take on his side.
So what do we do?
Well,
Because we know John's not going to agree with us.
the dude, the guy in the
Vanessa.
little buddy said we could negotiate. We could try that. She could be a little bit gruff, and that might not go our way. And so then the other option is, number one, we drive 7 nails into the tree while she's in the tree, traps her in the tree, and then we burn it to the ground.
That hardly seems fair.
Doesn't seem very nice. Option number 2 is what was that we have to? Oh, we have to plant another tree and then water that tree with his blood.
Oh, well, we'll just do that then.
So we have to just
That's fine.
murder him.
Leaving now then, or?
I mean, he's bleeding right now. We could.
Well, that's what I'm thinking is we'll just,
just kinda-
take him with us right now. Any objections?
Well,
Is there like a standard operating procedure
Could
in
we-
the society about like murdering people?
could we talk to maybe we talk to her first? Like, she does have a father, the Vivian.
Well, yes, but not a very good one. And
Well,
let's
but
be
that's-
honest,
I mean,
Jürgen's far kinder.
What if we could convince John to like not do it?
Well, what if we take John with us? We'll bring what we need. There'll be plenty of seeds along the way. We'll just pick up a seed. We'll bring John with us. We'll try and negotiate. We'll try and have him see, and if not, well, we've got a watering can with us.
We just need 7 nails.
Iron.
Iron nails.
Which
That is truly the one I'm least interested in.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you know,
don't-
things
I
could go
don't-
it could be an eye for an eye. We
mean-
never know how this all turns out.
I would skip around here and say that it's a construction site. You guys went through the work site on your way here. If that was an inclination, Dick could very well
already
have
got
just
nails.
already got some.
Dick's got
Got a
7 nails.
2-pound sledgehammer and
Yeah.
a handful of nails. And his Molotov is still lit.
When Dick was picking up the iron nails, Percy, for buffer, has collected another 2 just in case.
Sounds good.
I think we just take everything with us and we just explore options one by one. 1 being negotiation, 2 being sacrifice, 3 being murder of the forest. But I'm least intrigued about murdering the forest.
I like all 3.
I think the order of priority is fitting.
I like
Wonderful.
I like the talking one.
Well, we'll start with the talking one, but
Right.
see where it goes. And then with like a shocking amount of strength, Elope's just gonna throw John over her shoulder and be like, "Shall we?"
Right. And you see Percy slump forward a bit, as if, the spine comment, this has gone the opposite. His spine has become more spineless.
She picks up her cane and she under his chin. She goes, "Chin up, Percy. Here we go.
Yes, of course.
Hold the
right.
lantern."
Yes, I
and she
got
passes
it. Yep.
over the lantern.
As you guys head in, I will say above table, we can either push through. It might go a little later this evening and wrap it up. It is 9:00 now. Or we can sort of cut it here and pick it up after. It won't be next week.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be a week's break.
I don't really want to rush the forest scene. I feel like it could be really good. And if we push through, I feel like we're just.
Oh, I was pushing to push through.
You wanna push
I was
through?
push through. Let's do it.
all right, we can do it.
But I'm only one person. What are you guys leaning towards?
And you have to get up at 5. You have to be at work.
I don't
at
give
5.
a shit.
Wow.
All right, let's push through.
No,
I'm
but
in.
what do you want, Gavin?
Well, no,
What do you
I
want
agree.
from your soul?
I'm
Do you? But you just said you didn't want to rush things.
I'm saying that, so I'm if we're pushing through, are we committed to going to 10? If it goes that long?
Sean, I mean,
at
that
least
also is on you.
only
You are
9.
the storyteller.
You're
You're the word giver.
Let's push it through. I think you guys have set everything up. You have all of the items.
I got 7 nails.
You got 7 nails. You
9.
got a Molotov clock.
Oh, you got-
I have a dying
cocktail.
man.
You've got a dying man. You have all of the elements.
Okay.
I think let's
right.
do it. And
As they're walking, once they get to the woods, because there might be stuff in between, Elofe is looking for seeds.
Yep.
Just so you know.
before you get down there, you see Emma. No, you see Jurgen come out of the kitchen. Emma is inside the kitchen still with Vivian, and he sees Elofe with this unconscious John over her shoulder.
Elofe immediately puts her finger up to her mouth, shh. And as she sort of goes by, she says, "If we don't return, you know nothing. Treat her well. Mum's the word."
I don't even need a manipulation roll on this. He just sort of looks up to the ceiling as if he hasn't even seen you, looks around through you, and just
Wonderful.
heads back
Perfect.
into the kitchen. And you just hear from inside, how about some cocoa? And yeah, you step out into the forest. At the very edge, can I have... No, I think it's just nicer if you guys have it.
Okay.
You find, this whole place has been raised clear of trees. It's got a very sort of classic, they're clearly trying to get a nice lawn in here. But you do see one very precocious little sapling right at the edge of the forest, as if it is constantly trying to push back against this development.
A sapling.
Like a little thing.
Percy, could you get that one, please?
Well,
With a bit of love.
yes, Mum, if we dig it up, it'll take me a moment. We don't want it to die.
No, that's why I said with love, Percy.
Yes, of course.
Should we water it with some of his blood?
No, not yet. Only when we need it.
Okay.
Percy's going to take out his
Actually,
stuff.
clarifying question. Are we're to take this to
It needs to be
the,
like presented to
Okay,
her.
perfect,
Yeah,
perfect,
yeah, yeah.
perfect. Good. That's what I
He
thought.
doesn't have like tools per se, but he does have spoons
Nice.
for his tea.
Yeah.
So he's going to use 2 spoons, one in each hand, and he's going to dig around to like get under the roots.
And create like a little root ball.
yeah, he's
sort
got
of
like a little
thing,
root
yeah.
ball, and then takes like his handkerchief out of his pocket and like wraps it.
Yeah, Percy's absolutely proficient in teaspoons.
Dick will help out. He's got like the top of, or sorry, he'll take his crystal ball and put it into his pocket, and he's got the 2 hands on the side of that
yeah,
holds the ball, and he's just gonna help. He's gonna help. And it's gonna got really long nails for digging,
Oh boy.
I love that. Yeah.
so he'll help.
Percy's
out.
hands are all like scratched up from like
yeah.
The nails.
Yeah, I dig it.
I feel like at some point during this, John starts to stir, and like Elofe just kind of kicks her heel back and smacks him in the face.
Yeah, absolutely. He sort of begins to stir and gets a swift kick and sort of like out cold again. And I'm assuming you now have the final piece of all of the little elements with you, and you step into the woods.
Right. The Nissa did say that if we are pure of heart and seeking out this mother tree, that she will present herself. I suggest we just head into the forest. We are here on noble cause.
We want to make this right.
We do, and we are hoping to do it in a communicative manner.
And in a way that is most productive to her.
Yes, exactly.
Agreed.
All right.
Agreed, Mr. Finch?
Yeah, that sounds nice. I think.
It's just the
think you said
4
that
of
we,
us. Perhaps we could go back to our original accents.
Oh, I think I want to keep this one for a little bit, just at least while we're on this property.
I'm curious if Tash actually remembers the accent.
When I tried to do it earlier, I was like, I totally don't remember.
You've been in this longer than you were in Emery.
At least just for the rest of today.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Perhaps I can go back and refresh some sort of memories.
A method actor.
It is uncanny. You sort of step through the woods with all of these elements, John McCreight, the sapling, and just like the Nissa sort of told you, the woods almost create a natural pathway within you. You sort of step in, and it's not necessarily a game trail, but it's just like the trees have kind of like pushed and bowed outwards from the direction, and nothing sort of impedes your way. As you sort of look through with the torchlight in the sort of corners, you do see those figures again in the shadows, all of them pointing down the trail, the direction towards, where the oak tree wife's main tree is.
They were pointing at the house because that's where she was.
And
Sorry. I got excited when I realized.
you step into a oak meadow. The wildflowers are unseasonably in bloom. There's camas everywhere, blue shoots everywhere, some of them white. There's a number of oaks around that are much smaller, but one in the middle stands greater. It is twisted and gnarled, but elegant at the same way. Like a perfect representation of Yggdrasil, the world's tree. It shoots up into the sky and disappears into the darkness. But if all of you sort of linked arms, you would not get halfway around the trunk of this thing.
Percy, might I suggest that you start preparing the tree?
The mother tree.
No, the one in your hands.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, that's called a sapling, not a tree. We have this long moment where we stare at each other.
Great time for pedantic.
Now, Percy.
Yes, of course. He's got his spoons out again. He's digging the ground.
Dick will help out with his claws.
Right. Okay. Ow. Yes. Thanks, Dick.
Elope's going to start moving towards the big tree, though.
As
Slowly.
Elofe moves towards it, the ridges in the bark sort of twist and open as a cavity sort of gets created in this. And from the inside, a gnarled wooden hand grabs to one side, and then a gnarled hand grabs the other, and this 6-foot-tall oak tree wife steps forward, long legs towering over everyone else here, spindly and creaking. Why have you come?
Elofe's going to lay John McCreight down and take a step back. And then she's going to indicate to Percy, who's working with this tree, and say, we've come to negotiate.
Offering of old, and her long extended fingers will trace around the side of John McCready's face, and he flutters to consciousness in this moment. What the kind of devilry is this? And he sort of stands up and immediately is sort of shaky on his feet with the adrenaline and the blood loss. And she just sort of like grabs onto the side of his face, and he is frozen in terror. What are you guys doing?
Welcome to your seance.
I think as an impulsive reaction, Emery takes his walking stick cane thing and just cracks him in the side of the head to try and knock him out again.
Can you give me a close combat roll, please, Emery? You can add +2 to it.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
No 6. Oh, wait, no.
Nothing. Percy, in this moment, you have now got a hole dug for the tree. It's not in there yet, but you've got that going.
Okay. Sounds good.
Emery, you go to whap, and you, it's dark out, and just the firelight doesn't quite hit it, and you're a little low, and you hit him in his bad shoulder. And he just howls in pain, and sort of like rips from her grasp and turns on you in this moment. And just stumbles forward, trying to take a swing, and he starts trying to run away from the whole forest.
Percy trips him. I'm ready on the ground, so I'm like, for me to swing out and try to trip him, I feel like is
Can you
reasonable.
give me an agility roll, please?
All right,
Yeah.
just to slow him down so someone else can jump on him. Agility, where's my agility?
That's the very top one in your abilities, or your skills, sorry.
Oh, here we go. 6?
Yep.
I didn't roll a 6. I got to roll. I'm rolling 6 dice. 1-6.
1-6. You're able to trip him, and he lands on his face and begins crawling away. What are Dick and Elofe doing in this moment?
Elofe still has eyes on the was it tree wife? What was
Yes.
it called? Yeah, tree wife.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's gonna say, while the boys are dealing with that, I would like to ensure the child and the woman's safety.
I have this one, and they promise to respect my forest. Then we will be even.
Elofe knows that the conversation was negotiation, and she doesn't care. So she's gonna say, agreed.
What's Dick up to?
Dick is going to holler out dog pile, and he's going to land on John.
Just chaos behind.
You land on John, and he's, Dickerson, you know I'm powerful. I know we have history, we have means, but I can do. I have friends. You want back on the police force? We'll be
Percy,
back on
the tree, please.
You know, John, this is what I talked to you about before in the house. It's like your lies have come back to haunt you, right? And now you're paying the price.
No.
So he just grabs him, he dog piles him, and then he starts dragging him back to the oak tree.
You drag him towards just kicking and screaming. Percy, you put the tree down as sort of a an offering as it is offered. And
Well, sort of.
Oh, yeah,
Percy has a moment of like, I thought we were.
this is murder.
Yeah. I thought we agreed we were going to try to talk with her first.
She's Elofe's gonna step over and she's gonna take the tree out of his hands and she's gonna say, "I'll take care of this one." And I would say it's probably one of the few moments you see like a little bit of gentleness from Elofe, and she pushes him away a little bit, and she puts the tree and carefully plants it.
Does Percy allow her to do this?
Oh, I'm gonna say no. He's gonna try to fight back.
I'm going to do force checks between the two of you, so it's opposed. And if there's a tie, then we'll figure that out.
What do you roll for that?
Force.
like just a number of successes.
Yeah, it's just
right?
between the two of you. Yeah.
2 successes.
2 successes?
No success.
No
Oh!
successes.
Of course, there's-
You're able to keep the tree away
Okay.
from Elofe in this moment.
I just do it and like I look at her and I'm like, just wait. And he holds the tree and he looks at the
oak tree.
The
wife,
oak
yeah.
tree.
Yep.
Is there no other way? You want him to repay for your children, which I understand, but you're asking us to remove the father of a child.
I mean, if I may, for a second here, the Nissa in the cabin, he didn't say we need to kill this man. He just said we need to water the tree with his blood.
Can he live?
Is he a changed man?
Are you a changed man, John?
Yeah, of course. I'll change it plenty. It's fine. I'm the changest man you've ever fucking seen.
Dick knocks him out with his revolver. He just pistol whips him with his revolver.
I'm going to have someone give me a manipulation roll, which is manipulating John, and it's going to be Percy, because
All right.
Percy's the only one who is trying to actually save his life.
He's like has a conscience around this. I don't know what it is, but it's I feel like maybe it's like I'm having flashbacks to Percy's like old caretaker,
Yes.
or old
Yes.
landowner, whatever
Yeah,
it's called. Ooh, 2 successes.
2 successes. There is a moment right before Dick knocks John unconscious where at least Percy sees it, where he believes John in this moment, that he has sort of seen the end of his life that much closer. And with 2 successes, the oak tree wife will step forward, grab the tree, or put her hand out for the tree from Percy.
Percy will hand it over.
She will place it gently into the ground, and then she will grab John Slugget up from the head, press on the side of his neck, and blood begins to pool out, not geyser, and begins to drip on top of it. And she will toss him to the side. He groans as he hits the ground, whimpering in this moment.
You have my word that if he doesn't change, I will personally collect his blood and deposit the rest of it.
What is your name?
Percy Ashford.
Your word, your bond, Percy Ashford.
You have it.
And she turns around towards the oak tree, emerges into it, just as the sun begins to rise above the woodland. The oak tree closes up.
Oh yeah.
And you have solved the mystery.
Yay.
I think Elofe's gonna look at Percy and she's gonna say, "The spine looks good on you."
Thank you. Something about that didn't feel right. The alternative. I mean, I'm sorry to have stepped in the way. Yet I'm not sorry at all. I'm happy he can live and has a second chance, and it would seem the mother tree is pleased for now. However, I do have not a debt, but a requirement, and should I have to exercise it, I will.
I think perhaps abroad would suit him. Allow his wife and daughter and their cook to stay here.
Yes, I think when we return, he will be signing the rights to this land towards his wife.
A kind gift.
A gift, of course, yes.
Yes.
And as you leave and pack up for the next morning, John agrees to all of your demands.
Nice.
In this moment, he is sort of humbled and horrified at what he has seen. It has sort of shook him to his core in this moment. You hear him, I would say, Dick, you are heading out from the study. You're all getting ready to leave. You hear him having a conversation with Emma, confessing to his use of the brothels back in the day, coming clean and trying to turn over a new leaf in this moment during the signing. How does Dick say anything in this moment, or does he sort of continue on? What's his?
He would just say, John, it's good to hear that the shadows are coming to the forefront.
And he looks at you and says, I'm sorry, Richard.
That was what was needed.
And is there anything else before you guys leave the estate?
I think Emery or Doug would just, as they were finishing up, Dick and John were finishing up their last few words, Doug would just go in and say, thanks, sir, for allowing us to come and visit your property here. Look forward to hearing how it's managed in the future. We will be back. And just remember, next time you need a pair of boots, don't go to the ice cream shop.
I really want to leave it there for like the
walks away.
But in the spirit of giving the other two players a moment in the sun, is there anything else before you guys head back to Craig Derrick for Elofe and Percy?
Elofe still has that doll, and she is going to still very carefully not touching it. She's going to head towards the cabin before they leave, and she's going to she's just going to carefully bury it in the woods, just off the trail a little bit. Leave a couple biscuits on the stoop and sort of like take a step back. And so she's got like a little bit of childish glee about trying to see this Nissa.
Yeah. You see a ratty old barn cat step sort of like out through the window, and it just gives Elofe a bit of a wink.
Yeah.
And as Elofe steps away, she takes one last glance, and where she had buried that statue, already there is a small oak sapling that is coming up from that space.
Cool.
And you see, just out of the corner of your eye, a small sort of like wooden or a small childlike figure standing next to it, silhouetted, and then it's gone.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And she'll leave behind some lemon drops when she goes. And as she says, Percy, please grab my bag. I'll be at the horses when it's time for us to go. Then she gets outside and she goes, golly, it's been a good day.
Percy will sit down next to John and kind of like let out a sigh. Well, that was an interesting turn of events.
I can say it was a unique experience, and I've had a lot of experiences.
Lucky are we that have had the opportunity to bring life into this world. In your case, lovely young daughter, Vivian. It was not a moment... Another moment or two in the forest there, and you have been leaving this world as we know it, finding your maker, as I'm sure you are well aware of.
Keenly aware of this.
You should know, however, that the agreement you've made to leave and never come back is also tied to me. Should you return and start development again, I have made it my personal agreement with this forest that I will collect the rest of your blood and offer it to that tree. As you can see with the group of my friends, we are more than capable of doing such things. I would just say that that's a friendly reminder that I would take a extended time on your trip and let your daughter have the life that she probably should have in the first place.
And you see throughout that conversation, John was having a nice conversation, and then it turned, and his eyes just sort of went bug-eyed throughout it. And he looks up at you, Percy. He's like, "You may be the singularly most terrifying butler I have ever encountered."
Yes, well, I must be going. He stands up, offers him a biscuit. Right, Miss Elofe's things. You don't want to piss her off.
And as
stuff and walks.
As you're walking, you hear him crunch into it. He's like, "It's fucking stale." And you all make your way back to Craigdarroch Castle. And Jasper is... he hears the cart coming up the walkway. And Elofe, you see that he looks a little pale. And he looks up to Elofe. He says, "Elofe, something has happened at Rose House. And we will find out what that was next session."
Oh, come on. Always with the cliffhangers.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin.